Well, hello,
Mhm.
everyone, and welcome to our
Yes,
Wing It
hello, hello.
Live.
My subscribers will be used to this. My subscribers see these all the time. We talk about whatever.
Hey, Wendy girl. Hey,
Oh,
Sarah.
look at it. Wendy and Sarah, some of our biggest
Trouble came
fans.
in. Right? Exciting.
So we've never really interacted much, have we?
Not like
In one
live.
live.
We've never done a live together. I don't think we've ever like done the face to sort of face, I guess, if you call that face to face. No,
Ooh, Wendy
just
likes to
through
dance.
your karaoke, really.
Yeah, and then I think we interacted on a couple of notes. Hi, Sarah. So you must be outside then, unless you have a water
Yeah,
meter
you
in
know
your
what?
house.
I'm enjoying it. It's been cold here for like over a week, rainy, cold, sweater weather, and now it's all sunny this evening, so I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to sit out on my back deck and love this up."
I'm just gonna continue to close off apparently. Uh, awkward. Wendy says your hair is gorgeous.
Aw,
Did
thanks,
you
Wendy.
do you do your hair yourself, like, in the morning?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, like I just style it myself for sure, yeah.
Or now's not the time to get quiet on me. Come on now.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Well,
I've
I don't
watched
know.
you
What do you
live
want to talk
before.
about?
I know that you're a talkative lady.
Well, yeah, I can be at times for sure. But I mean, this is what happens when you get two neurodivergent people with autism on a live together. We need
Like,
somebody
it's
to break
awkward?
the ice. Pardon?
Oh, I break the ice?
Yeah, right. It's
Sarah's
that
always
small
pretty.
talk thing that like I suck at it. Like I know from your stack, you post that you have autism as well, right, Stefan? And
Mhm.
one of the things that I don't know if you struggle with this, but I do is small talk. It's really hard for me to do that.
I'm not a big small talk fan. I mean,
No.
I can talk about whatever, but being like, "How's the weather?" Like, come on now. We were both outside just 10 minutes ago. I don't need you to tell me how the weather is.
Right? Exactly. Like, that's one of the things that I struggle with. And, like, breaking that conversation cherry, I guess. Like, there is a cherry to conversation. It's like, okay, like, getting it started can be difficult. I find having autism versus, like, for neurotypical people, like, they're all like, easily just striking up whatever conversation comes to mind, but there's always that weird awkward front of like, how am I gonna start this conversation? What the hell am I gonna say, right? Like, what do we talk about? Yeah,
Uh,
Wendy, we do go deep right off the
yeah,
bat,
some of
that's
them.
for sure.
For the most part, Substack has seemed to like to talk, so I haven't had any trouble getting people to talk to me so far.
Well, I don't
People
think
love
you're
that.
hard to talk to at all, it's more my fault, I think, you know?
So
I tend to be
that
known for, like, my funny girl stuff.
yeah, I'm all for blaming other people, so if you wanna take the blame,
You can blame me. I'll take the
yeah,
hit.
I'll blame you.
I'll take the fall, it's good, we're good.
How long have you been on Substack?
I have been on here since April of 2025, and, like, when I first showed up here, I had no idea what the hell I was gonna write about. I started off by writing about, like, my life story and sort of what happened to me to sort of, you know, share with other
So
people that might be, like, struggling or going through something. So I
you
started
were
off
trauma
doing
dumping?
that. Pardon?
You were trauma dumping for subscribers?
No. No, there's a difference between sharing with the intention of dumping and sharing with the hope that your story is gonna help other people, um, like, find the hope. Like, I wanted to show that the worst of life can happen to you, but you can still stand up and still have a good life. So when I shared, it wasn't the intention of just to, like, diarrhea all over everyone. It was to share in the hopes that it would help others. But that like, I shared my story in, like, pieces, like, segments, and then I moved on to doing other things. Like, I don't talk a lot about trauma now. I don't talk a lot about, the things that happened. I left them up there, and if people comment or they wanna talk to me or they are like, um, that's their genre, like, they talk a lot about that, I'll do interviews, I'll do those things, in the hopes that it like, helps others, but that's not what I'm here to do, basically. Do you know what I mean?
Well, what's the difference between trauma dumping and writing trauma?
I think that trauma dumping is where you just share to get it off your chest, to make yourself feel better. But when you're sharing in the hopes that your story will be inspiring or give someone who's in a really dark place hope, to me, that's the difference in my opinion.
So what about everything in between? Because there's a lot you left out a lot.
Well, there's different amounts of things that people do, and, I mean, I'm not gonna pretend to be an expert on trauma, right? I only know, like, the things that I've gone through and the things that I hope that people understand that there's life after abuse. There's life after, like, neglect. There's life after, difficult things happening, and it's always been my hope that by sharing those things that other people will understand and see, sometimes you feel really alone in it, and it feels like a really dark place, and you feel like you're never gonna get out of it, and it's not that you're not aware that other people don't go through it, but you have a really hard time believing that you can come out of that and have a semblance of a normal, happy life, and it was always my goal in sharing that part of my story or that part of my journey to show other people it is possible, and they can.
So what do
I
you
guess you can call me an
when does
idealist.
when does something become trauma dumping?
I think when you're just sharing to make yourself feel better, right? And I don't necessarily
Wh
think that's
what if
wrong.
what if you're doing both? What if because those aren't mutually exclusive? What if you're sharing to make yourself feel better, but it's
This isn't a
also
ju
hopeful to other people?
this isn't a judgment thing from me. Like, I don't judge. Like, if people need to trauma dump to process, that's not me. I don't have a problem with that. I also don't have a problem with people that do both. I think that's fantastic. Like, for me, I don't find a lot of benefit in sharing something, um, like, that way because it doesn't help the situation, like, it doesn't make it go over. So I don't relate to that, but I don't think it's wrong. I mean, everybody processes differently, right? Like, some people process in a straight line, A, B, C, D, and then you've got other people that are processing in circles, and then you've got other people that are processing in waves. How somebody goes about their journey isn't for me to judge. Like, I'm not an expert, and I don't know everything.
Well,
I just do what I feel right.
could trauma dumping be when someone writes about trauma to gain a positive effect when they use the trauma?
I think that's
Would be a more
more,
accurate way to.
I wouldn't consider that necessarily trauma dumping. Maybe it's like a small sliver of it. Like, there are people that write about trauma to simply garner sympathy, but it comes back down to something that I think is a serious issue is that sympathy can be like a poison that tastes good, all right? It's like sugar, it's really addicting. I think empathy and compassion and kindness are all really good things, but I think sympathy for some can become a slow poison where it becomes an addiction and then people are sharing their stories because they're addicted to sympathy. But remember, if somebody's been through traumatic experiences, maybe they weren't like validated or shown love. And what can become annoying to someone might just be a soul wound that they haven't been able to recover from. And that's my take on it, right? Like, some people that are looking for sympathy, um, they might actually have a big hurt inside of themselves and um, haven't overcome it yet. And they do need more validation or more love or more whatever. So when I come across somebody like that, I try to be compassionate.
Andrew, and I'm not gonna try to pronounce the last name because I don't know how to pronounce that, asked if we shouldn't be sympathetic just because we know think somebody wants it.
No, Andrew, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that. I'm saying we have to be careful with how we use sympathy. I think in moderation, I think compassion and empathy and kindness go a long way. I'm just saying that if there's sometimes sympathy can actually cause more harm than good, and you just have to um I just don't think we should use it indiscriminately. And it's just my opinion. I'm not a psychologist and I'm not an expert in the field. It's just been what I've encountered in life. Sometimes sympathy can actually keep people in a dark place. And I think we should use compassion where we uplift people, not with toxic positivity, because I'm
How
against
would
that
you
too.
how would you handle somebody, using the trauma for manipulation purposes? Because we see that we have to see that all over Substack, don't we? So people are using trauma
Well,
specifically to get,
well,
oftentimes financial.
it comes back down to I think hurt people. So people that are using their trauma to manipulate other people are just unhealed people that are doing things that I wouldn't necessarily do or that I wouldn't necessarily agree with. But when I do encounter those people, I found that I don't have to be mean or I don't have to really, you know, send negativity their way. I just move along if it isn't for me. Do you know what I mean? And if I encounter people like that in real life, I have really strong boundaries now that I didn't know how to set before or enforce them before. So if somebody is, being toxic in a certain way, I do have a way to draw up boundaries, but without being mean. I don't think we need to be mean. There's a lot of people walking around with wounds, and those wounds manifest in pretty dark ways. And I just don't think, you know, for myself, I have compassion for their problems.
Okay. I always thought of trauma dumping as somebody who was writing trauma explicitly for just personal gain or for sympathy. That's how I always thought about trauma dumping in the context of people writing about it on uh, social media, like Substack. Uh,
And you know
But I
what?
could
I think
see,
it's subjective for sure.
yeah, I could see a viewpoint where trauma dumping is, like something you dig out of someone's bedstand, like that kind of. If you read about trauma in a journal, is that trauma dumping?
Sorry, what did you say, Stefan, about the bed stuff?
If you write about trauma in a journal that you never share with anyone, can you trauma dump in a journal?
I think
That tells
that's
you,
really healthy. I think that's a coping tool. And
well,
and
yeah,
and I
it's
and I
trauma dumping. I don't know that it's trauma
well,
dumping. Because trauma dumping
I
to me
I I
requires an audience.
I don't consider it trauma dumping either. Like writing in a journal, I actually don't have a problem with trauma dumping at all. I don't look at it as negatively. I mean, if people want to monetize their pain and suffering, that's their business. I wouldn't.
Well,
I've
isn't
I've
that
I've never decided that I was going to monetize any of my trauma pieces, but that doesn't mean I judge anyone else that does it. It's their business. I
isn't
don't know their whole story, right?
isn't that manipulative because you're playing on people's natural empathy? It's
Is
kind of
that
like
for me to
when you do a
judge? But
GoFundMe for having cancer, you're gonna get a different reaction if you go do a GoFundMe for something that
I
people
just
feel less empathy for.
I I just tend not to judge them, Stefan. I mean, it might sound weird and people might not understand that, but I don't know their whole story and I don't have I just know that I only can control what I do, how I choose to conduct myself, what I believe, and how I choose to live my life. And I do everything that I do it in a way that I can live as myself and that I would like to see more of in the world. And I've learned over time, I mean, I'm 45 now and I've been through a lot, that when we're trying to um I don't know, control the narrative of other people or judge them in certain ways that it doesn't always end well and there's no point in doing that. So if there's something that I don't like, if I don't see it or if I don't want to participate in, I just simply scroll past it, especially if it's online, right?
Well, my question is more about what it is. Like, what even is trauma dumping?
I don't have a good answer because I think it's subjective. Like, I think trauma dumping is subjective. Like you said, you've always viewed it as people that monetize and gain sympathy or trying to gain sympathy. For me, like what trauma dumping would be, I think I've already kind of explained what I thought it would be. Um, and even then, I don't have a problem with it. I'm not judging it as a thing. I'm not an expert and I don't really, I mean, I'm sure there's some sort of dictionary definition of trauma dumping, but in my mind, I think trauma dumping is when you're doing it solely for the purpose of making yourself feel better. And yeah, I mean,
Then
monetizing your trauma for sympathy could be considered trauma dumping, but then again, people have a decision whether or not they want to, pay you to read that too, right? It comes down to personal responsibility. I mean, that's why I tend to just not, I tend to scroll past, I think, that stuff.
then writing trauma in a journal would be trauma dumping.
No, I
You
don't. I
you
think that's
write
just that's therapeutic. That's therapy. I mean, I've always thought writing in a personal journal is good. You get out your feelings and then maybe go burn the journal afterwards. And it's kind of like saging your home, saging your bad feelings.
oh, maybe if journals smell better, I suppose, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with like privately writing in a journal. I think that's
Or not
fantastic.
no, but it's trauma dumping, because trauma dumping is just the expression of trauma to make yourself feel better. Journaling is trauma dumping, right?
I don't think so. I don't think journaling's trauma dumping. And again, I said I don't really understand like I just to me I don't know what the definition of trauma dumping is really, Stefan. If I'm being honest, I don't. I'm just saying if I was to give you an answer, that was my best answer. I don't
Oh,
I
okay.
don't give a lot of thought to it. I don't A lot of people have such a negative connotation in their minds. Like they have this mindset that trauma dumping is so evil. And to me, I have compassion for people because they're not there's just it's just hurting and unhealing that's happening there. So I don't judge that. So therefore, this is kind of like a difficult conversation because I don't have the answers surrounding that, to be honest. I just don't.
Oh, so you just did is that just because you never think about it, or
I really don't. I don't think about trauma dumping and stuff anymore. I've heard of people talking about it. I know it exists, but in my realm of like my brain, if I don't like, I don't take a stand on it. Like, it's not something I think is necessarily like a hill I wanna die on, if I read something and I like it, I'll continue reading it. If I don't like it, I'll just move along. So what difference does it make to me how somebody else processes their feelings or their emotions or their experiences? Do you know what I mean? Like it why should I judge them for how they're doing that? I just don't I don't it feels illogical to my brain.
to judge? Well, who said you had to judge them because they were trauma dumping?
Well, I
We're
mean,
just isn't just that what it means, right?
well, no, but I'm just saying, like Stefan, a lot of people bring up trauma dumping as a form of judgment, right? Like anytime I've ever heard people talk about trauma dumping, they're judging somebody. Oh, that person's trauma dumping, right? And so for me, I've just never really given a lot of thought to it because I'm like, that's not my thing. I'm not getting involved in that argument. I mean, people call me an idealist or whatever, but I choose to try and look at the world through a lens of gratitude and showing love and spreading kindness. And I'm not doing that to be flippant or dismissive or pretend like dark shit doesn't exist. But when I happen to encounter people that may be considered trauma dumping, I don't go, "Oh my god, they're trauma dumping." You know what I see? I see somebody that's been through a lot that are hurting that are suffering, that are in a great deal of pain, and I have compassion for that. And if I have something to say to them, I'll leave a comment, or if I don't, I move on. That's how I so when I encounter a piece that maybe somebody else would be like, "Oh, trauma dumping," that's not my thought. That's not my fallback. Does that make sense? Am I
Yeah, do you think that is, an autism thing? Your approach to that?
maybe.
Yeah, that is very almost I don't wanna say impersonal, but it's very objective almost, and it reminds me of how I approach, like, the almost I don't wanna say black and white, the almost yeah, for lack of a better term, the almost black and white, somebody's either upset or they're not upset.
Well, perhaps. I mean, I over the years, I think I've come to the place where I mean, you're right, Stefan. Actually, to be honest with you, there are people that have called me cold in some ways because
Oh,
I
yeah,
am
people
able to compartmentalize things. But at the same time, I feel fortunate because when I can feel compassion for people. So even if I might be coldly approaching this from an autistic perspective, I at least feel like, it's not like I'm dismissing them as people. I'm just dismissing certain labels or certain topics as, yeah, it's definitely probably autism.
well, I just know, like, people call me cold when I tell them when I was dating, I'd put all the women I was dating in a
Yeah.
list and score them on a scale of 1 to 10 based on how many times they told me no, and on a spreadsheet, and people called me cold for that. And this to me is kind of the same thing. Yeah. Like it wouldn't surprise me if soon here I'm have well actually no comment. If somebody hypothetically had a spreadsheet of Substack as they enjoyed and they scored them up and down like on several metrics and averaged the scores and to decide who to read, it wouldn't surprise me if I did that.
Well,
That kind
that's
of cold,
interesting.
almost
Yeah.
medical approach
Well,
to it.
yeah, you know what? I would agree. Like, I think I do view I mean, obviously having autism, I'm gonna have traits, you know, and I do think that it's almost in some ways like it used to be more of a hindrance for me. Now I find it's actually more helpful when it comes to approaching people and um not getting bogged down in the same way other people do in things that aren't relevant or mine to own. Does that make sense? Like, the older I get, the more I realize that there's just some stuff that I don't need to walk around like it's not my stuff. It's other people's stuff, and I can view it from the outside looking in versus being, like, entangled with it, and I think for me, trauma dumping is just one of those things that I'm able to compartmentalize.
Uh, I don't think trauma dumping has anything to do with neurodivergency, Fiona.
No, I'm saying my views on it, not
No,
the
Fiona said it
actual.
has to do with a
Oh,
symptom of neurodivergency. I don't think it has anything to do with that. You see neurotypical people trauma dump all the time.
oh, yeah, that's true.
Sarah, in my mind, none of what we are talking about applies to only online or only in person. They're,
It's like in life in
kind
general,
of the
both.
same thing. It is, but you can see people without PTSD trauma dump too. Is anyone who has something they view as trauma could trauma dump, right? I don't think it's fair to um
No, dump it all into
blo-
one
blo-
type of person.
to block it in as to a symptom of those two things when my wife has neither of those two things and she trauma dumps all the time. According to Tara's definition of trauma dumping. It's the only
Well, I
definition we
don't
have to go
even
out.
know, like, that's the thing, like, you asked me a really hard question I don't have the answer to, because like, when I said I read somebody's work or see a post, I don't go my first reaction isn't in my own head, "Oh my god, they're trauma dumping." So, I mean, I've
You
never
think it is
actually given
genuine?
it a thought, and I'm winging it, I'm answering it on the fly, like, the seat of my pants going, "Well, if I have
Well,
to label
hey,
it."
in the preview room, I told you we were gonna wing it. Well, you should have
I know,
expected it.
I know, I
You
know,
don't
but
have
I
to
mean,
go at a video
I
game.
want people to understand where I'm coming from because part of my autism is for me to clarify. I'm a clarity person, so I don't want somebody to take what I said the wrong way. Like, I want to explain myself, and that's an autism thing. I'm like, the reason why I do repeat it or I do try to, because I don't know, I have a thing about clarity. Anyways, yeah, so that's autism. Sorry, Stefan. I'm autisming out. I'm spiraling or cycling as my family calls it. I'm cycling. I do
So,
cycle.
Fiona says that trauma dumping is a compulsion. Do you think the people who do it, uh, feel that way? Feel a compulsion to do it? I
Maybe
think
a
it
need.
it might just
Is
be
it a
human nature.
compulsion? Is it a
Is it
compulsion or is it like a need?
was it
Is it
human
like a
nature to
need?
talk about your trauma? It's human nature to wanna talk about yourself.
Yeah, but isn't it more like a need, like a need for something or a lack of something that causes people like maybe they didn't ever feel heard, or maybe they've never received validation for what they've been through, or maybe it's like, I don't know that it's a compulsion. I don't think I'd agree with that. I think it's a need, that an unmet need of some kind. I don't know.
Did you feel compelled to,
Me?
yeah, to write about your trauma?
No. No, I did it, like I said, with the goal, the hope that people could find, not read the trauma and go, "Oh my god, that poor person, that poor girl, look at all she's, like, gone through," but see that you can go through, 'cause I've seen so many people that don't that aren't able to overcome or find any happiness in their life, Stefan. I've seen so many people
That's
that
like
are so
2/3 of
sad
Substack.
over things that happened to them 20, 25 years ago, and they're not able to find any happiness. And
Yeah,
for me,
it's like
that's
80% of Substack.
sad. R That's so
Yeah,
sad. So
you're
why
on the
I
wrong
shared
site.
my story wasn't to be like, "Oh my god, poor me." It was to say, "See, look at all these different things I went through. Maybe you can find part of your story, and if somebody else can be happy anyways, then maybe I can be happy." Is that an autistic thing or an autistic way of viewing it? Maybe. I don't know if
No,
other people.
I don't think that is. I think that's the empathy and
I
wanting
just
to help
like,
people.
so I
The
didn't feel
autistic part was
compelled to be
you
like, "Let's share my story." I only felt driven by the hope that other people would find hope in the story, not the shitty parts. Like, I never want people to feel sorry for me. I want people, because I don't feel sorry for me. I mean, are there times I'm sad about what I went through? Sure. But I mean, I found happiness and joy regardless of my circumstances, and that's what I want more people to find. So if anything, I was driven by my love for other people and my sadness to see that how many people are so sad in the world. That's truly what drove me to share my story.
well, isn't it like 80% of Substack that's just deeply unhappy? Or is that just my reading of the whole
You know what?
ecosystem?
I don't know. A lot of people's experiences on Substack are very different. And for whatever reason, and I don't know why this is, maybe it's because of how I branded myself. I, from the very beginning, weeded out a lot of people that might be, negative or unhappy or, confrontational. But I very rarely, I had my first hate comment tonight, actually, out of my entire year being here. I had my first, like, really rude, directly rude comment, and it was about
Oh
me
boy,
hating Black
I'm
people or
envious of you.
Negroes or something, which is so crazy and far from the truth. I'm just like, "Dude, I don't even know what you're talking about." So,
Also,
I mean,
you got
considering my
called
husband is Black, I might add, and my children, half my children are. So I find that really weird, and yeah, but I don't get that. I don't get negativity on my stack. So my experience has been really uplifting, really positive, and I think part of it is when I joined Substack, I didn't give a crap about the numbers, and I still don't. Am I happy when more people find my stuff, read it, and find something of value to take away? Yeah. But my whole point of being
Hi,
on
Jonathan.
Substack isn't what I get out of Substack, it's what do I have to offer Substack? And so I'm not indiscriminately like adding a whole bunch of people, read for read, subscribe for subscribe. So I think I've unintentionally built a community that's really uplifting and positive.
Yeah, Leo says some people integrate their trauma into that being their identity. I think that probably happens. People integrate a lot of things into their identity.
Well, and I think also if people don't know a way out of it too, like some people will do it and they stay there, they stay stuck because, working through it is really difficult. But I think other people just don't know how to step up and out of it, so it does become part of their personality, and also normal can feel really scary, and that's part of the thing that they don't tell you when you're on your healing journey. I mean, that sometimes normal starts to feel uncomfortable when you've never experienced normal. When you've been in a high stress, high trauma situation for, say, most of your life, it's not that people do it on purpose or intentionally, but anytime things get normal, it triggers this flight reflex, if that makes sense in my view.
I don't know. I've either never been normal or I never triggered this or never been
Mm.
traumatized because I've never felt that.
Really? I don't know. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've talked to people. I've experienced it. When I was first on my healing journey, normal did feel scary and I didn't trust it at all. So I don't know if it was just like my own brain's weird way, but I've heard other people talk about this.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll have to next time I feel uncomfortable, I'll have to ask myself if that's normal. If I'm just
No,
experiencing the norm.
no. I just mean if the situation around you, like, say if you're used to being traumatized or dramatic things happening all the time, you like if something is just going even keel and all of a sudden anxiety can spike up in you, right? That's what I'm sort of mentioning. Like that's what I'm talking about.
Yes, Fiona. Fiona says, I think there's a difference between trauma dumping and writing about trauma. Yeah, and I wanted to get to what the difference was because the difference to me is the reason trauma dumping has a negative connotation. But it's hard to really pin down what trauma dumping is when there isn't a universal definition. Because to me, trauma dumping is using your trauma in a little bit of a shady way. But my view is not shared on that. Well, I like that you drink out of a mason jar. It's just like there's no need for shame around here.
You know what's so funny? Because the reason why I do it is uh, I'm like as a mom, over the years, your kids break all your cups, so you get used to using whatever's clean and handy, and I've never ditched that habit. Now, most of my kids are moved out and adults with their own families, but I'm still grabbing mason jars to drink water out of.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I just get all plastic dishes so they don't break.
You know what? My autism doesn't like the aftertaste of plastic. Mm-mm.
Okay. I guess
It's a
I've never
sensory
thought plastic had an
issue.
aftertaste, but I just don't microwave my plastic.
No, it does. It has a weird aftertaste. I don't know. I don't like it.
Do you eat canned food? Because canned food has a disgusting aftertaste.
Not really, to be honest with you. I don't eat, like, a lot of canned food. I don't even like pop very often, once in a while. I will drink alcoholic beverages, like, there's this one drink I'll buy, ranch water, but I don't love the can. Even when I drank beers, I used to drink beer out of a bottle. I don't drink beer anymore, though.
There's an actual definition for trauma dumping. That would be a lovely thing to know. These people are probably
Yeah,
misreading
what
it.
is the definition? Because we can have our perspectives and all that, but, like, what is the real definition?
Oh, so if I'm trauma dumping to Tara about trauma dumping, that would be therapeutic. So that would be a good way.
You're asking the wrong person. I'm Switzerland on the topic of trauma dumping. And it's not it's just because I like I said, my first go-to is compassion. It's not judgment that way.
Well, but sometimes you have to judge people to get to the compassionate part, right?
Well, I mean, it depends though. There's like certain levels of judgment, right? Like usually I try to give everybody a fair shake, and I think it's because I've experienced so much judgment in my own life. About various things from the time I was small, right? Like I was always called the weird kid. I mean, you were talking about this at
I mean,
karaoke. the other
You are
night,
kind of
right?
weird. You are kind of a weird one, Tara.
Oh, am I? Well, I've embraced it now. I mean, it doesn't even
You
bother
should.
me anymore.
Embrace
You
it.
know?
Give it a big
Like, I
hug.
figured that, people are like, "Oh, weird," they try to use it as such an insult terminology, but I've been called weird so many times that I've just decided weird is a compliment, and I love that.
I like weird. I like, quirky too.
Fiona actually just gave us a definition. In therapeutic context, trauma dumping is one sudden, unsolicited, one sided oversharing of deep emotional pain or traumatic experiences. It happens when someone offloads heavy material without checking to see if the listener has the capacity or consent to receive it. It's
So in
severely taxing the recipient's emotional boundaries.
so by that definition, every bit of trauma on Substack is trauma dumping. 'Cause no one asks
I
in the
usually
poll
put a
beforehand whether or
disclaimer
not
at
you
the
want
beginning
trauma.
of my pieces. I put disclaimers mostly at the beginning of my pieces. So, and I've seen that before where other people will put a disclaimer too, but I mean,
I will if it's something like suicide or something, I'll put disclaimer. You put a content warning, right? You
I
just put
know
a
that there's a
content
lot
warning
of
for
people
any
walking
trauma?
around with triggers. People are easily triggered. And I mean, so I always put if you're sensitive to sexual abuse, physical, domestic violence, then please read with caution or just, don't read this, right? I do try to do that just because I'm aware of, well, I'm hyper aware of people being triggered.
I do wonder what how if you can share trauma without trauma dumping on Substack then. It seems like under the definitions we're given that you can't.
But why?
Like my
But I mean,
poem from like Thursday is now trauma dumping.
I don't care. I'm sorry. I just think that if whoever doesn't want to read it doesn't need to read it. And I mean,
I love your
if
autism with you. I don't care.
I don't give a fuck. And you know what? Even my Substack is a very big indication of how little fucks I do give when it comes to certain things because I don't let myself be boxed in or limited by somebody's definition. As far as I'm concerned, it's like take it or leave it. If you don't like what I'm writing, then just don't read it. If you don't like if you don't like what you're seeing, then we don't have to interact. Like I've reached that age of I don't give a flying fuck. I'm there to do my thing. I'm there for the people that I can help. I'm doing what I'm doing because that's what feels right to me and I'm not harming anybody and if people want to slap these freaking bullshit labels and if they want to be so close-minded, then just go do your thing, boo, and I'll do my thing. And that's my mental mindset. And maybe I'm just cold as fuck. Like, seriously, like, I don't know, but that's my attitude, and
Ooh,
I'm sticking to it.
judging by, our karaoke, interactions, I never thought you'd be this feisty.
Mhm. I'm full of love, man, but I have been through it. I've been through the meal, and I can defend myself, and I can, be a little feisty and spicy to like fuck. I call it ghetto glitter. You know, I'm a little ghetto and I'm a little glitter, and I've got both. All right, and I'm not apologizing.
Is the ghetto the drinking out of the mason jars part? Is that the ghetto part?
Yeah, yeah, and I have Christmas lights on my deck. Okay, like for real,
Oh,
all
that's
year round.
cute.
Yeah, my back deck, I have these blue it lights that although they're kind of like they change from blue to white, and so, yeah, I do that. I'm totally a little, redneck girl, you know? Little ghetto and also glitter. I'm a lot of glitter. As people know, I love these, like, little doodads, and I don't give a fuck if a 45-year-old woman looks retarded wearing them. I enjoy it. It's my life, and people don't like it, don't look. I mean, people don't like a lot of
I
things, so
I'm
don't
looking at your
look.
I'm looking at your butterflies now.
Aren't they cute? So cute.
Yeah, cute.
I do what makes me happy as long as it doesn't hurt someone. Me wearing a butterfly clip doesn't hurt anyone. And if people want to judge me for it, that's their problem. You know? I think that sometimes we get so wrapped up in what other people think that we don't allow ourselves to express ourselves and be happy. And I'm not doing that.
Hmm. Good job. Good job, Tara. You made me speechless for the first time in one of these lives.
Make you speechless. Well,
Yeah,
because,
I
like,
remember the last time this
honestly,
happened.
I've been bullied a lot in my life, and I used to try to fit in. I used to. I spent a lot of my energy trying to fit in, and the more I tried, the worse it made it. And so now I just accept the fact that I'll never fit in, and I'm going to do the things that bring joy to my spirit. And if putting a bow in my hair or, dressing up and doing something crazy makes me happy, then I'm going to do that and own that and just be happy. I mean, I have been, the stereotypical standards of beauty. I was 100 pounds soaking wet, long blonde hair at that time, really pretty at that time. And then I've been, a land whale because of my health issues or whatever. And the way I look at it is that it doesn't matter outwardly what you do, people are never going to be happy with you. They're always going to find fault. So you might as well, just rock whatever you. I mean, it's either that or go in a hole and go kill yourself. And I refuse. Fuck that. I'm not going to kill myself.
Well, I
You
should have
have to
put a
just.
I should have put a mature content warning on this stream.
Oh, sorry, Stefan. I forgot
My
you've never
virgin
seen any of
years.
my lives. You only know. I'm sorry. I apologize. I will stop.
No, you're good, you're good. I like
I
the
I
I
I
like
forgot
the
you haven't listened to my Not a Podcast, and you haven't seen my lives. Well, yeah, you kinda did, but,
I've seen the
I
one
mean,
with that one
yeah, I mean, that was pretty tame, but yeah. No, honestly, I honestly just think that y you have to just find ways to be happy and whatever that looks like for you, and to be kind, and spicy when necessary. That's my motto.
spicy. Yeah, you whew, this conversation's been spicy.
You're gonna be like, "Why did I invite her on here?" Oh my god.
No, 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 no. I like when people have a the worst ones of these are when people don't talk. I love when people have opinions.
Well, it's awkward, right?
When
It's
people don't
awkward when
talk.
people don't talk. Yeah,
Yeah, I might as
I
well just
get
do it by
really awkward
myself.
about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not ideal.
I agree. No, it's not. And I mean, like I said, I always compare myself to a cup of tea. I already know that I'm not gonna be everybody's flavor, and I'm okay with that. I mean, it
It
doesn't mean
depends.
that my flavor is bad or wrong.
It
It just
depends if
means that they
you
don't enjoy my particular cup of
yeah,
tea.
are you lemon tea? Are you honey tea? Are you black tea? Because if you're black tea, you need to work on that. You need to work on your flavor.
No. No, I'm more like a fruity, fun flavor than
Oh,
a
okay.
boring black tea for sure. I'm one of those tea balls that you can get that open up and they turn into a beautiful flower. I'm more mystical and dramatic like that, okay? When I'm talking about tea, it's gonna be something outrageous, for real.
Yeah, you're not one of the, like, hillbilly tea out from the Appalachians where they brewed it in a
Well, and
old bean can over an open fire at 3 in the morning out of poison ivy leaves.
dude, I mean, and I already know that, my flavor, my branding, my attitude is not gonna be, like, for everyone, and I'm okay with that. It's just like their tea or their flavor of tea isn't gonna be my preference, but I don't have to despise it. I don't think it means that the tea's bad, it's just different and it's not for me. And it's the same, like, if people don't like what I write about or what I say or what I do or what I share, I'm okay with that. It doesn't bother me because I know it's not going to be for everybody, and I just hope that the message or the upliftment gets to the people that need it, and I guess that's where I sit with it.
Do you, um how do you think having autism affects how the way you interact with Substack? I have a feeling yours affects your interactions with Substack different than mine affects mine.
Mm. Well, when I'm writing something, I literally will spend hours, like, powering through hyper focused on what I'm writing and forget to even eat and just, like, take a couple swallows of water, and I get fixated until the
Yeah.
thing's done, and, like, I hyper focus, that's how it affects my writing.
Yeah,
How does it affect my
I don't think
interactions?
normal people ever experience the focus where you can go, like, 30 hours without eating or sleeping because you're so worked up into something.
Dude, seriously, like, that literally happens to me, and especially, like, if I get on a roll and it just keeps coming and coming and coming, I'm not putting it down, like, I'm just there for it, and I'll ride it
Yeah.
out. So that's
Yep.
one way. I mean, another way would be, maybe socially awkward in some situations, like, I the way I present myself might make other people feel uncomfortable because I'm very direct, I'm very to the point. I don't I don't I don't try to pretend to be something I'm not, and I don't wear a mask, and, like, a lot of people find that uncomfortable when they're interacting with me because I'm very upfront, and I'm not when I say blunt, I don't mean I'm ignorantly blunt, okay? I believe in being it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So, I mean, but I'm still blunt, and people don't expect that, and it makes them feel you know, uncomfortable at times because a lot of people will try to what their public image is different than what they are in the real life. With me, what you see is what you get, and I don't tone it down, I guess. I don't make it more palatable, and that kinda freaks people out, to be honest, Stefan.
Yeah, people get weird around here when you don't pretend that you're a haughty, internationally known author that knows everything about literature. If you're not doing that, everybody freaks out. They're like, "What are you doing? Why are you saying this? You shouldn't say this on here. This is for haughty people who are known worldwide for the literature."
You know, I've had a great deal of highly academic, PhD people that use big words and whatever come onto my page and they want to debate me. And the thing is, they all walk away saying the same thing. They're very
Good grief, too
shocked
scary. No.
they're very shocked that despite using what they call mainstream or simplified language, that I'm very intelligent. And I laugh. I laugh every time because I've become great friends with a lot of these people that are like that just because I don't get upset. I don't feel offended. I know big words. I don't feel the need to use them in my everyday life or in my writing, okay? I would rather speak to everyone than speak to a 5 percentile of the population. I've learned over time that it's I that's just not my style, and so while I don't use all those big words, I do know how to understand when they leave a comment on my page, and it
I
always
I
surprises them.
I stick to words under 3 syllables for a reason.
I'd rather just be able to communicate naturally, and that's where, honestly, my Substack experience has been very affected, and a lot of people bypass me, and probably for great reasons because of like I said, I'm so unfiltered, and I don't try to be anything I'm not. I don't wanna present a false image of myself to people.
So I was catching up on the chat. Yeah, I
So
don't
how do you think your Substack is affected by your autism, Stefan?
I think I have, I think I I think almost daily about quitting, almost exclusively because of my autism. Because I focus on things that a lot of people overlook. And I think that that is a problem, and that I'm focusing on the wrong things with it. It's really hard for me to shut out the noise and just do what I wanna do. And, like, I turned off, like, the numbers in my dashboard, and I stopped going on my feed and stuff like that because I'm trying to shut out the noise so that I can enjoy doing what I wanna do instead of focusing on these shiny objects in the distance.
The details of you know what? I used to be a lot like that where I'd get caught up into the perfectionism of something, like the statistics and stuff, and it's just been through, um, I don't know, age and also studying things like Zen and Buddhism that's really given me some tools to sort of let some things go, and I don't even look now, but I get it. Like, that's tough. it's not fun when, you can't drown out that extra noise.
Yeah, and if I could just, and maybe I'm getting there, but if I could just distill Substack down to the parts I enjoy, then maybe those thoughts of, that
Ugh.
daily wrestle with, "Do I really wanna continue doing this?" would go away. Um,
Yeah, that's
but
tough.
that's probably the hardest, but I can say I'm blocked by about 4 people because they didn't understand quite what was going on. You
Well,
them?
I'm sure I've
Like
been
you,
blocked by a lot
I
too.
s I say stupid things sometimes.
Well, and if you know what, the people that matter, Stefan, the people that are there for it, they're not going to get offended if you say the wrong thing sometimes. I mean, all of us do that. I mean, I do that. I say the dumbest shit sometimes, but you know what? The way I look at it is we're only human beings, and we're gonna make mistakes. We're all gonna do it, and the people that really care about you and value your work are still gonna be there for it, even when that happens.
Probably, unless I block them because they annoy me. That's the other
That
thing.
too. Well, I mean
Yeah,
that
I've done that too.
too.
I have blocked somebody when I at the time I had blocked him, he had read over 70% of my posts, and I
That's
blocked him
crazy.
because I
Yeah.
didn't want yeah. I'm such to be fair, Street Preacher, I would argue that I'm that song you were before. Oh, Leah, why would I ever block you? You've done nothing to deserve it. That guy literally was calling out I had posted a rough draft of something with showing my revision process, and like I called out a grammatical error in the rough draft that I stated was a rough draft in the revision process.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then he may have called me dumb for having it in there.
That's fighting words there. I mean, don't do that in my draft. I mean, I do that in my final copy, so don't be doing that. I don't want people like that on my thing. People think
What
that they're helping.
you don't get DMs pointing out typos? I get
No,
DMs pointing out typos every time,
you
almost
know what
every post.
though? You know what though? I've only ever had to block one person on Substack, like seriously. And it's because, like I said, just the people that I surrounded myself with don't give a shit. They're not there for my perfect grammar or my perfect punctuation or my perfect spelling. I mean, they're just or my I have this serial like thing of autocorrect just coming for me all the time and making me say stupid shit. And no, I don't get DMs over that. No. And it's just
Oh man,
because of
I get
the audience that I built up and filtered out, I think. I mean, everybody keeps telling me these stories on Substack and I'm like, are we in the same place? Like, what the hell? I
yeah, I
don't get
mean,
a lot of that.
if you haven't gotten pictures of boobies in the last 30 days in your DMs, then you're not in the same
Oh,
you're
dude.
not in the same
The dick
website I'm
pic
in.
dude, the dick pics and literally when I first started, I got a lot of that. I stopped posting my face for a while because it stopped and then it stopped when I started
Yep.
using that picture I have up there. But, I mean, I was
Mine
getting marriage proposals from Keanu Reeves and Elon Musk when I first started Substack. I'm like, "What the fuck?"
yeah,
And
when
I
I
just stopped
changed for my
responding.
face, I stopped getting, um, naughty pictures too.
Yeah.
I didn't get dick pics. I only, I got 1 shirtless pic from a guy, and I got 6, topless pics from women over my 4 months.
Dude. Yeah, I
I
don't get
stopped
a lot of
giving them when I
DMs, to be
removed my
honest.
picture. I have got sexy poems too, but only 1, sadly.
Well, that's at least creative. I mean, I
I did
wish I would
yeah,
get something that creative, like,
I
it's
didn't
so
block
much
the
better
person.
than a body part pic.
I mean, if the body part is like circus freak levels, I'll look at it.
Well, I mean,
If you have double P, for your bra size, then yeah, absolutely go ahead.
it was so funny because the one guy that sent me that, I ended
Absolutely
up
do not
sending
do
him a
that.
picture of a female gorilla with saggy boobs because he was asking me for a return picture. And so I just sent him a meme with a gorilla with saggy boobs, and I was like, "Enjoy. This is a real picture. This is a picture of me in real time." And then and then I just stopped talking to
Oh,
him. It was so funny because I didn't hear a word from him after that. I usually take those opportunities to just, make complete fun of them and then it ends. It's just done. But I don't get a lot of that anymore. People have recently started DMing me for like good shit now, but I didn't get a lot of DMs except for in the beginning when I was getting the pervy ones. And then all of a
yeah, and then
sudden, now
the
I'm starting
pervy
to get
ones,
DMs about collaborations and
yeah,
stuff.
the pervy ones stopped when you changed your picture, like they did with me.
It did. Yeah. Immediately. It was just like done. It was a done deal.
Crazy
I
how that
didn't get
works.
any more.
I
I
wonder
was like,
why.
yeah. I'm like, well, and that's why for a long time I didn't want to show my face either. I was like, ew. But I mean,
I've never got naughty pictures from alive. I've got
you've
hit
gotten
on in the live chat. I've never
you
got
have?
naughty pictures. Yeah, I've got hit on in the live chat.
That's crazy. I've never. But then again, I mean, yeah, it's so funny. You're still in your young years, Stefan. You're still a little hottie. You get older and you're like flowers fade, beauty fades.
Maybe.
Unless
I'll
you have
put
a lot of
when
money, you can
I
afford
turn
plastic surgery.
when I turn 50, I put butterfly glitter things in my hair.
Oh, well, that's a good idea. Maybe you'll be like Sean Connery, who got better with age. He was such a hottie for an old guy. I was like, oh yeah, come to mama. I thought he was. He got better with age. I didn't think he was hot as a young guy. I've never seen that. He was the definition of like true silver fox, and I've never seen it again. Good looking.
Oh boy, I hope I'm not.
And then that freaking um accent of his too. That was cool. Crazy.
I just don't
Street
believe
preacher
it.
Mac. Aw, are you still dead sexy? I bet you are.
Wow. Mm.
So funny. It's so random of me. It's like go down the rabbit hole of Sean Connery. I don't even know where that came from. Don't ask.
I don't even know the guy. Like I don't even know. I couldn't even pick him out of a lineup.
Dude, it's because you're too young. Oh my God, I'm dating myself now. I'm an 81 baby.
Ooh, yeah,
I'm an old lady,
you're from
man.
that generation.
I am. Leah, you're too
You're the next
sexy for
boomer.
Substack. Yes, that reminds me of that Right Said Fred song. You're probably too young for this too. Do you know it? I'm too sexy, Stefan,
Yeah, I'm too sexy for
for my
y-
car.
yeah. I've heard that song before.
That's
I,
hilarious. Right Said Fred. I think that's the dumbest name too. It's hilarious.
Wendy says you're way younger than Wendy.
Oh, I'm way younger. What the heck? Yeah, right.
Wait, this chat. This I was looking for chat for something wonderful,
Oh,
wonderful
Max says he's
comment.
too sexy for his legs. Sweet Mac.
That seems like a yeah. We're not
We've started it now. No, I did. I started it.
the I'm too sexy for my. I forgot. I don't know the title or who sings it, but
Right
yeah,
Said Fred.
is that who sings it?
Right. Right. Yeah. Right Said Fred. I think that's his name.
Look it
Oh,
up.
Mac. Oops, I trauma dumped. Oh my God, you're so funny. Aw, Leah, you're so sweet. You're a gorgeous girl. Aw.
I think it's I'm too sexy for my show.
Yeah, Sarah agreed, right, said Fred.
Just I'm too sexy. I'm gonna
Uh,
have to add that one to the karaoke list.
it's so funny. I love that song. It's so much fun. Mac, you're just a sexy beast, bro. You too, Sarah. You too, Leah. You too, Wendy. You're all too
Oh, we're
sexy
going all the way up.
for
We're
our
going all the way
chat.
back.
Yeah, I had to read the comments. Everybody's too sexy for this chat.
They're effing awesome
Leah,
stuff, so
I'm too sexy for Substack. You're so funny. Yes,
yeah,
Leah,
where's
you're too
Fiona? Fiona
sexy.
stopped talking. Once we got rid off of trauma dumping, Fiona's like, "Nope, we're going away."
Aw,
You just wanted to come here and lecture us about the real definition of trauma dumping.
aw. Instead of our personal autistic ones. I don't know. That was a hard question, but I'm really glad you brought it up. I mean, I've never really given it much thought. It was kind of a good deep dive.
Yeah, I think,
But I don't
it's
necessarily agree with the medical definition of it. Like,
the medical definition
I
is
don't
make
I
it
don't
all
agree that that's
and
like I don't know.
I mean, it just treats it as a consent issue. The definition Fiona
Yeah,
gave it to me.
yeah. Well, I
Then
mean,
is it
that
baseball
probably is
dumping
a
if I talk about
legitimate.
baseball to you and you don't want to hear about baseball?
Yeah, pretty much. They call that whatever. They always make fun of autistic people for doing that because we don't ask for consent before we share our passions. We should have a
Yeah, just talk about
disclaimer.
it for a
Walk
bit.
around with a disclaimer T-shirt. Do I have your
I'll talk about
consent
my
to talk
passion.
to you now? Fuck, I'm gonna make those
Yeah,
T-shirts, dude. I think all of
small
us
talk wouldn't
should.
be so bad if instead of talking about the weather, we talked about something I cared about.
Right? I mean, sometimes I care
Baseball
about the
did
weather.
traumatize me, yeah. I think baseball I would rather watch grasshoppers in the garden than baseball.
I don't like to watch sports. I always played them. I love playing sports. I don't like watching them on TV. It's just so boring.
Can't play sport. You have to be
I
able to
used
catch
to
the
love
ball to
playing
play any
sports.
sport.
Dude, I grew up in a baseball family where, like, my mom used to throw baseballs at our heads when she was pissed off. We learned how to get really good at catching the ball. So, you know, my mom wasn't much of a spanker, but, yeah, no, when my mom would get angry, "Go get your glove." "I don't wanna get my glove." I got really good at catching. I got really good at catching, let me tell you.
That seems like
Oops, I
child
just
abuse.
trauma dumped.
You trauma dump.
I
Come on
without
now.
any consent at all, and
Yeah, you
I don't
didn't
care.
ask me if
I
I
don't
wanted to hear
care.
that story.
I know, right? I didn't pre-ask your permission. I just shared it. Let it all hang out there. That's not even in my trauma story. That was just a fun story, a funny one.
It seems like trauma, you getting baseballs thrown at your head.
Dude, no, it was, but I mean, that was also the style of parenting back in the '80s, like and plus I became a really good baseball player out of it. I learned how to catch, man.
What did I miss by being born in the '90s? I don't understand.
O okay,
I
you
missed all
miss
the
drinking out
childhood
of the
experience.
hose in the backyard.
I
You
drink out of the
miss
hose, that's nothing new.
coming in, like,
I
when
drink
the
out of the
street
hose this
lights
month.
went out. You miss being able to, like, ride your bike everywhere without your parents knowing what the heck you are, like, so many cool things.
When I was one of my earliest memories is getting offered candy out of a white van, so
Oh, me too, dude. Oh, me too. I
I'm
had
pretty
been
sure that went
offered
out of
so
style.
many
They just
different
start nabbing
candies,
you off the street now.
but I was never stupid enough to go for the candy. I always ran away. I shouted no and ran away like the commercial.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't I actually remember it quite vividly, yeah. Some guy offering me candy out of a white van.
Dude, what is it about white vans? Like, why do all the perverts and pedophiles that wanna steal little kids go in ahead and get the white van without the windows? They're so creepy, bro.
I don't know, I think there's like a company car.
I literally have, like, white van trauma from the amount of times, like, PTSD. Every time I see a white windowless van, I always cross the street to make it harder, and I'm not at the
Would
age where kidnapping's a thing, so there's a little
if you
repressed trauma going there.
would you ever drive a white van?
No.
You
Immediately
wouldn't?
no, because I think that it just not a windowless white van, okay? If it has windows, no problem, but I'm not
Oh,
driving a
okay.
windowless white van.
So
It would
if you
have to
got a really
be
good
flat the
deal
color.
if you got a really good deal on a white van, you wouldn't drive it? A windowless white
If
van,
it
you wouldn't
had
drive it?
windows
No,
if
but
it
if it
had
didn't have
windows,
windows.
I would drive it.
What if it was windowless? It was like $100 on the side of the street.
Then I'd have to,
mint
like,
condition.
I'd have to make a Scooby-Doo van out of it. I would get it and spray paint the shit out of it and, like, Gorilla Glue crazy shit to my white wagon to make it not look like a pedo vehicle.
I would just lean into the persona. I'd cut a pedo mustache. I'd just lean into it.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
no.
I don't wanna break any laws or hurt anyone, but I just lean into the lot.
Dude.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah,
I
I
didn't
find
know you were so spicy, Stefan.
well,
You said I'm spicy.
I find when, people are reacting to you, that they react more positively if you act the way they expect, as opposed to if you act in a different way. So I'd probably get treated better looking like a pedophile getting out of a windowless van than I would looking like a normal person.
Dude, when I see your cute little face, I don't look at you and think you're a pedo. I think that's just weird if anybody said that to you. That's crazy.
I've never had a pedo stash on Flipside.
You mean one of those little porn stashes?
Yeah, one of those bushy stashes that end around here on both sides. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know, you can look at
Oh,
it, what the father in the Brady Bunch, I think, had it for, like, 9 seasons.
dude.
You can Google it. It's the same stash all over the place.
No, I would have to make a Scooby-Doo wagon or something, something cool.
I've thought about putting a squirt gun in my belt, so under my shirt looks like I'm packing.
You know what? It's so funny, those stupid I mean, eventually it's gonna get where you need a permit for those water guns.
Well,
Oh
some of
my
them look
goodness.
pretty good, don't they? I remember
They
the Super
actually really
Soaker,
do.
the big
Oh,
water feet.
we had the very first Super Soaker we ever had was a Power Pack one, and it was like a plastic backpack that you could fill it up with water, this backpack, and it had a hose that ran to the gun. It was black with, like, a little orange tip at the end, and man, could you shoot for a long time with that backpack. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. That was, like, the first Super Soaker type of gun that came out. It was awesome. Now they're so heavy, you can't even fricking lift them, man. My son has one,
Yeah,
and I'm like, "I don't wanna play with you.
you need, like,
I'm gonna
basic
pull a
training to
muscle,
shoot.
bro."
I've to be I've, yeah. I've never had a muscle injury from a physical activity.
No?
I get, like if I get, like, a Charlie horse or something, it's always while I'm sleeping, and I've only
Ooh, those
ever
are the
sprained my
worst.
ankle once, and it was during a game of chess, so
Ugh. Oh, no, I've had rips, tears, so many problems with my muscles because of this health issue stuff that I have to go through, and it sucks so bad because when you're trying to just do basic normal shit and you're, like, ripping and damaging your muscles, yeah, not fun. It hurts a lot and it sucks.
that sounds terrible. Yes, genau.
Look at me trauma jumping again.
Yeah, look at
Uninvited.
you.
I'm unsoliciting sharing my information with you all. No, I'm not looking for pity, people, I'm just
No, yeah, now
commenting on what he said.
if you could just get the bank account so I can have a few bills I can pay.
Oh, dude, yes, I mean, I'm not trauma dumping here for money, but, I mean, if people wanna pay me to trauma dump no, just kidding. Please don't. I mean, who says no to money? But no, that's no, that's funny. Actually, you know what? What I decided from the very beginning I didn't wanna, like, monetize my Substack, so what I did was as I created a chip jar? No, a tip jar, and said, if there's something here that resonates with you, feel free to give me a tip." And that's how I felt comfortable doing it. I have no problem with monetization, I think it's great, but I just could never, like I didn't wanna do it that way, like, that wasn't how I wanted to do it. So I did it. That's how I did it. Just saying.
I have a
That's how
tip
I
jar.
set my Substack up.
Tip jars are fun.
But you know what? Nobody's tipped me. So, I
Gee,
mean, at the end of the day, does that tell a lot about how of a not good writer I am? No, just kidding. That is my autism cycling.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Oh, and by the way, this is my emotional support pillow. I also have an emotional support chicken in case everybody wonders what I'm cuddling on the live. It's what I do and use when I feel uncomfortable. I like to squeeze fluffy things. It makes me feel safe and happy. It's my autism thingy. You know
I
how
have an
everybody has weird
emotional
autism stuff?
I have an emotional support Fiona, but she left me.
Aw, did your emotional support Fiona leave?
Yeah, she pissed with that.
We're not partying enough for Fiona here.
Oh, no one ever parties hard enough for Fiona.
She's so cute. I'm glad she stopped in though.
Yeah, I'm surprised she left, I didn't think she was on. I figured she was off making love to her husband.
Oh, ooh. Lucky girl. My hubby's still gone. He's been away for like almost a month. I'm so sad.
Oh, well, uh-oh. That does that mean that we're gonna see less of you after he gets back?
Pardon?
Does that mean we're gonna see less of you after he gets back?
Well, when if the room is rocking, don't come a knocking. I'm just kidding. Yeah, he's you know what? He's so supportive of my work. He's not a read. He doesn't enjoy the reading part of it. Okay, but he is very supportive anyways. And I love that about him. I've been very lucky. He's like my biggest champion. If I do get to that point where it's like, am I even helping anybody? Like, am I doing what I set out to do? And I feel like I want to quit. He always says to me, just keep going. You're doing something. So, I'm grateful that even though he isn't a writer or a poet or interested necessarily in those things, he's always in my corner. Oh, and somebody asked me a comment about DoorDash. No, we don't even have that here. But yeah, no, we don't have DoorDash. No, it's a
Well,
small town.
we don't have it here because,
And I
um
also couldn't afford to eat out like that either.
yeah, you don't have it there because you haven't started doing it. If you start doing DoorDash, you'll have DoorDash.
Dude, dude. No,
Dude.
actually, somebody asked me if I had Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. No, I don't have that. One of my cousins does though. It's really unfortunate. It's not a fun thing to
And
deal with at all. They don't know what's wrong with me. They've done lots of genetic testing, honestly, Leah, and they don't know. They basically said I have some sort of unknown genetic disorder that affects all of my um, body systems, and it can cause everything from a UV allergy. So sometimes I can break out into these like terrible things from the UV rays, and sometimes I don't. And it can just cause all kinds of weird symptoms, and it's uncomfortable, and they don't know what to do about it. And it's basically their way of saying, we don't know what the hell is wrong with you. So, yeah, that's it. That's all I'm going to say about that.
hmm,
And somebody asked me, so I'm not trauma dumping.
I
Okay.
think you are trauma dumping because there's at least one person here that did not consent to that.
Oh, okay. Next time I'll PM it. I'm not apologizing. Immune compromised. Yeah, but it's not AIDS. I don't have AIDS. Is that considered trauma dumping if I don't have something? No. I can't keep track of all these weird rules that people make. I'm sorry, but like I just can't. That's why I don't. This is why I don't keep track of that shit. People make all these weird rules and then want you to live within the confines. It's like
Well,
if what if I can't? I just can't
they
do
don't
it. I
tell
can't
you
bring myself.
they don't tell you what the rules are ahead of time either.
I know that's so confusing to me. It's not logical, dude. And even if they did, I still wouldn't want to live within the confines of their weird rules.
Well,
It's like, dude,
that's an autism thing because most normal people live within these rules.
we exist to challenge the rules, to live without we're like those people in the wilds. Like there's these people living grouped up in these communities and those like movies and shit. And we're like the people rebelling, living off in the wilderness areas,
Yeah.
okay? We don't want to live in those weird rules.
No
No,
one
thank
told me people
you.
would get offended if I didn't make eye contact.
Pardon?
No one told me people would get offended if you don't make eye contact.
Dude, I can't. If I make eye contact with people too long, I get really weirded out. It's just way too uncomfortable. Like, I've gotten to the point where I can look people in the eyes for like short periods of time, but I just can't maintain it. I have to look away.
Is that why you look away from the camera when you're talking?
Yeah, I do. It's because no, well, also I don't want to see myself, okay? Like, who wants to look at themselves like that, dude? I don't want to look at myself like that. So I try to look up at you, and then I try to look over, and then I try to look at anything but me. I'm trying to read the comments, but I'm not very good at that. I don't know, Mac.
I like
Who
the
the fuck is making these rules?
ooh. I like the ooh shiny object when it came to reading the comments. You're like, ooh, I try to read the comments.
Shiny objects, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, I want to read the comments. Let's read the comments.
Aw, Sarah, you're so sweet. I'm just joking about the trauma dumping. I'm totally joking about it because we're talking about what is trauma dumping, and then there's me that just doesn't even think about it. So I'm kind of being inappropriately funny about it, or trying to be, anyways. I mean, I think
People,
I'm funny.
street preacher, people do tell me weird shit. I know way too much about way too many people, which is
I
probably
don't
why I
mind.
should really. There'd probably be people very happy if I left Substack because all the weird
Dude,
stuff
there'd
I
be
know.
so many of us that would be devastated, Stefan. You're not allowed. You can take a
Well,
break and you
that
can
may be true, but
recharge.
there's a few people I have some dirt on that probably want me to go away.
Oh, dude. Do you keep like chronological, alphabetical, filed files on people's dirt on Substack?
Only if they meet certain criteria.
Are you like FBI, Stefan? No, I'm just kidding.
No,
Just
I do take screenshots of when people tell me interesting stuff if I think it might be.
I don't think there's anything wrong with being who you are, and I don't think if people don't like it, it's their problem, honestly. And
I mean,
to me,
most
I
people
that's
have.
why I just tell people the weird shit about me, because you know what? And then nobody has anything over me too. That's my logical way of thinking it. If I just tell people the weird shit or the hard shit or the crazy shit, if I'm honest about who I am, then nobody can like rat me out, you know? Like they already it's already like, dude, it's old news. I've already told everybody, you know.
Yeah, the less you hide, better off you are.
I'm not
Like
showing
that's
shit
I
people
don't.
with my teeth,
Yeah.
dude. My teeth are wrecked. Yeah.
Making eye contact is a dangerous game because you make eye contact too long, you're a creep.
Dude, it is. I feel so creeped out by it, honestly. It's so uncomfortable when have you ever been stared at by somebody who has a really intense gaze and they don't look away and it's almost like they want to eat you and it's not necessarily sexual, but it feels predatory. I get so uncomfortable in those moments. I just can't cope. I'm like, "Oh my God," and I try to exit immediately.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't
It
get
freaks
those
me
looks very
out.
often,
I
but it
don't
sounds like
either,
good
but I've
luck.
had them.
Yeah, I've had people look at me and like, "Do you want to eat me?" It was mostly in college, and
Dude, I'm
that's
talking about
normally
those
how we get.
people like
So,
that don't look away from you. Like they have that really intense gaze. It's not necessarily they literally want to eat you, but that's the emotion it evokes within myself. Like when
bye,
somebody
Leah.
just has that really intense gaze. Good night, Leah. You shit your pants, Mac. Well, you know what? I think as an adult, even if nobody wants to admit it, we've all had a fart that's gone wrong. Okay. Like, I mean, it happens. And as
Even
long as you cleaned it up and didn't leave it there, I mean, we all forgive you. We love you anyways.
not well. I've only had that happen while ill.
Yes. But I mean, it still happened. That's what I'm talking about. It's
Well, it
not
was a
like people
cough
go
gone
around.
wrong.
What?
It was a cough gone wrong. I coughed so hard it came out both ends.
Oh. Dude, I was so sick with a fever and I had a stomach bug and I was laying on my couch and dude, I don't even know what went wrong. It wasn't a fart. It was something. It was a sneeze or something. And anyways, my littlest kid at the time, he must have been about 3. Um he was standing there and he saw the look on my face. I didn't have to say a word. And he goes running all over the house, telling his older brothers, their girlfriends, literally my husband, my mom, everybody that was over that day, that I shit my pants. And I was like, oh my God. It was like the worst moment of my life. I thought I was going to die. He did a public service announcement, dude. He put me on blast and I was so sick too. And then I didn't actually, it was like just a fart. It was a wet fart. It went wrong. Okay. And then 2 days later, no word of a lie, he caught the same bug. And then it was his turn. It was payback. And I've never laughed so hard in all my life. He might have only been 3, but he was my nemesis in that moment. And I made sure everybody knew what happened. It was so funny. Must be an autistic thing to do
And
because I got my
yeah,
revenge.
you said earlier that you weren't vindictive and petty, like
No, I have a vindictive side. I never said I wasn't vindictive. Actually, I wrote a post about it, my
yeah,
passive aggressive ninja.
when you were talking about how you don't unsub people who unsub you.
Yeah, but like there's levels of vindictiveness. Like I don't care. Like that part doesn't get to me, but there's levels. There's things. But if you're gonna go announce to entire home that I shit my pants, dude, I'm gonna enjoy it when it happens to you too.
Well, that's fine.
I said I'm loving, but I'm not perfect.
I'm not afraid to admit I'm petty. When somebody unsubs me, I unsub them back, and if they block me, I'll block them back.
I don't
I'm
care.
very petty.
I don't even know how many times I've been blocked or unsubbed. I mean, that's probably why I don't bother because I just don't know. I wouldn't even know where to look to find that information. And also, I don't care.
You have
If
to
they
do
don't
some
like me, I don't
investigative.
want them on my stack.
Well, no, but if I summon somebody's web profile and it says they blocked me, I'm just gonna click the block button, right? You might as well while
Oh,
you're
does it
there.
actually tell you if they've blocked you?
Yeah. If you
Never
find a
come
way to
across that
post
yet.
it. It's funny because you can still read their stuff
That's so
because
weird.
it will block their profile, but it won't block um the Substack page, like the publication page.
It's never ever I've never had it pop up to me, so I don't know. I'm sure people have. I mean, there's lots of people that don't
I'm
like me.
yeah, with as spicy as you are tonight, I would be surprised if there isn't.
I'm always spicy.
Yeah, anyone with an opinion gets blocked at least once.
Anybody with an opinion, yeah. Well, I can't help it. I just
I've
am
got
who I am.
I've I've got blocked for a dad joke, so
A dad joke? What the heck kind of people do you have on your Substack?
out in the
I've
weird
been
ones. I
un
collect weirdos.
I have been unfollowed. I have been unfollowed and unsubscribed like a few times, but it's
That
mostly
happens
because I was
daily.
overposting. Oh, the one time where I had like 4 unsubscribers at once was when there was a Substack error and a whole bunch of things got sent to people's emails and it wasn't my fault even. And they all unsubbed me for it. And I was like, well, screw you then. I was like, it wasn't my fault. Like, whatever.
Welcome back to
That was
us.
it. What?
I said, "Welcome back to Sarah,"
Oh,
or
hi,
SMS.
Sarah. I don't know.
Well,
I
I'm
just
not
don't
particularly
care.
interested in what they write, but I do reciprocal block some people when I find out
I
you
mean,
blocked
if
me.
people are, I would, if a situation came up where somebody was being exceptionally rude or disrespectful or getting
My
overly political.
my thought is if someone blocks me, do I really want them to have the ability to come back?
I don't know. I don't even care. Like, it's like, sure, read my shit. See how wonderful I am. Go
Yeah,
for
you
it.
are wonderful.
Well, I'm interesting, right, Stefan? Never a dull moment. Am I different than
Yeah,
you
I've
expected?
you?
Yeah.
No, you fit like what I expected exactly.
Oh, yeah? I fit
Yeah.
you this is how you visualized me? You actually
Well,
fit my visualization too. Not that I can
well,
actually
that's
visualize, but what I thought you'd be like.
that's kinda weird.
I think about that type of stuff. Doesn't everybody, before they meet somebody or they know they're gonna do something like a live or collaboration, go, I wonder what this person is gonna be like when I really get talking to them? And then you kind of think about it, go through your head and wonder. I do
Well,
that.
I
I
always
thought that everybody did.
whenever I'm gonna do a live and I've seen somebody like somebody has a picture up on the face on the profile,
Yep.
like the face on the profile, I always try to envision what I think their voice is gonna be like.
Yeah, that's different. I always do it with just the personality type. I think about what is somebody gonna be like, and also when I read their work, I kinda get a feel for it.
Yeah, you can tell a lot
Okay.
by the way people write.
Yeah,
Well,
and you know
that's how
what?
you can tell the weird, haughty, I'm an international author that has no audience vibe by how many by how many metaphors are in the bio.
Wendy, you got a bunch of unsubscribers after doing lives? Oh,
Wendy
rude
has to do a live.
people.
Wendy and I are gonna do a live at some point, she told me.
Yeah, she told me, I'm so excited I'm gonna tune in for that. Mac, like,
I don't know
I'm
mine
not
either.
gonna cry if I read your work, like, "What are you doing?" Exactly, I don't give a shit. Oh, Sarah, she has an e-stalker that found her here today. Dude, that's terrifying. Good, block him. What a weirdo.
E-stalkers.
Dude, those are scary. I've had an actual stalker before, and they didn't just stalk me, they stalked my mom too. It was
At least you knew
weird.
it at least you knew it wasn't personal.
Dude, no, it was terrifying. Like, you know what they would do is they'd go around the whole house and they'd start knocking on the windows lightly, and then all of a sudden they'd start banging on them as if they were trying to bust through. And we called the cops so many times, and this happened over years. They never caught the person. We still don't know who did it. It's so freaky.
Sarah, unfortunately,
Who would back that much time?
I don't think, you blocking him prevents you from seeing your chat in a chat like this. It would prevent him from commenting if you were on the byline, but it won't prevent him from coming into the chat and seeing you. Oh, they can't see
Like,
you in chat? That's weird. Okay, well, I believe Street Preacher because I was just guessing.
what does that even mean? I hate the see me for writing advice posts. Oh, you mean like when people are like, "Oh, see me if for writing advice." Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know
I
what
don't
you mean.
really read anything like that or Substack, how to grow your Substack. I don't it's not my genre. I don't enjoy it. I just write what I want. I write
Yeah,
how
I
I
don't
want.
think people in the chat block have any effect on this chat. Um,
Dude,
Tara and I
Kathy.
even Tara and I have blocked will not be able to talk in the chat or not be able to join the chat. If my blocks won't if even I have blocked won't be able to join, and even Tara has blocked won't be able to comment, is I think how it works, but
Dude,
maybe
that's
not.
terrifying. Kathy also said she had a stalker so bad that the FBI cyber was involved. That's terrifying, dude. That's scary.
That's exciting.
Do you wanna be stalked, Stefan?
No, no,
You're
no,
gonna
no, no,
get it.
no, no.
Now you're gonna
But
invite all the stalker people to come, stalk you. Oh my goodness, dude, for
no,
real.
but the FBI, anytime the FBI is involved, it's exciting in an objective sense.
Yeah. We don't really have the FBI in Canada. I mean, apparently they do come sometimes, but, like, we have some version of it, but I've never met anybody. I'm sure they have a file on me, and you know what? You know what? I always joke. I'm like, "I hope the FBI has a file on me, like, a mile high," because literally, I mean, if they're gonna have a file, they're gonna be like, "Who the fuck is this chick?" Like, make it crazy as heck.
I mean, Tara, I'm sure you're on a watch list somewhere.
Right? And you know what? That would make me so proud, like, I mean, watch me and see me shine, you know? "Do you like my glitter?" is what I would say to them.
Yeah, I'm on a watch list, just by just read my Google history, and you know I'm on, like, at least
Right?
5 countries watch list. I
I'm
don't think
sure
I'm
they're
allowed
all
to.
watching, so
Yeah,
I'm
I think
gonna
I'm on the
provide them
no-fly list,
entertainment.
actually. I've never
They're
tried
at
to
least
fly, but I'm pretty sure I'm on the no-fly list.
Are you really?
I assume so.
That's kind
The
of
weirdest thing I've
exciting.
ever watched on the internet was I watched a girl get dismembered with a hatchet.
Ew. I saw somebody get stoned. That was a really brutal way to die. That was, like,
Oh, yeah, that's
around the
terrible right there.
dude, and I didn't go looking for that. It just came up in my feed one day, and I watched it, and, I mean, I didn't know at the time that that stuff was illegal to watch, but it was just there, and I saw it, and I didn't even know it was
It's
real
it
until it was
can't be
halfway
illegal to
through.
watch, can it?
It was sad. I don't know why. Somebody told me if you watch a video like that, you can be charged for watching it. I was like, "I don't know."
No, I doubt that, but maybe. Brian, I assume Brian's always stoned. I am
But I
looking at
didn't
you.
do it on purpose. I wasn't looking for it. Now their internet's screened a lot better. You don't get those things coming through like that in your feed. Brian, are you having fun? Ooh, Cassie, that just sounds terrible. Mac, you're hilarious. Aw, that's awesome. Protector of
I
all the
can
Substackian women.
I refuse to get stoned anymore.
Yeah, no, I don't like it. It just makes me paranoid. I used to when I was young. I don't enjoy doing it now. If I wanna get paranoid and I already kind
If
of
I
lean
wanna get
towards
paranoid, I
slightly
do something I'm not
paranoid.
supposed to, and then
Yeah,
I'll get paranoid
exactly.
about getting caught.
Exactly, but I don't enjoy being paranoid just because it's not fun for me. And it doesn't matter, people are like, "Oh, try a different strain." Dude, I've tried and failed so many times, I'm over it. It's not even worth it. I'm already high on life, I don't need anything else. The only thing I'd consider doing is getting on a plane to Peru and trying ayahuasca. That would be fun, just for the hell of it.
Would you do cocaine off my chest when you turn 70?
Ew, no, I've never done cocaine. That's one thing I've never tried. I mean, I'd be more inclined to wanna drink or have some mushrooms. Some
Mushrooms would be
psilocybin, that gives me happy endorphins. I do wanna try the ayahuasca too. I think that'd be a neat experience. It either goes really, really awesome or really, really terrifying. I don't know
uh,
anything about DMT, Brian. That sounds like chemical stuff. I'm not interested in anything that involves, like, weird chemicals, like, I don't
battery
know.
acid.
Yeah, no thanks, I'm good. I mean, I've taken a dab of acid before, and it was like, I don't know, I didn't enjoy it. It didn't do anything really to me, and, you know, the chemical hangover was, like, real. Yet if you were to pop some mushrooms, like an eighth of mushrooms, there's no hangover. I like it.
Boy, you know more about mushrooms than I expected.
Well, I mean, I was a teenager in foster care.
I
I've
mean, I
done
was
a
a
lot
teenager at
of
one point too,
mushrooms.
and I didn't do mushrooms as a teenager.
Really? I'm too scared to do it now. It's like too much drugs are being mixed with fentanyl here. I'd never do it right now, unless they legalized it and I could get it from, like, a safe source.
Just grow it yourself.
No, thanks. I'm too old for prison. I don't wanna be in the Orange Is the New Black series. I'm good.
Uh, I've always thought about prison. Like, there's definitely a trade-off with prison.
Dude, I would not do well in prison, okay? I need the nature, I need outdoors. You only get so much yard time per day. I would go nuts. I don't like it when people tell me what to do. I just wouldn't it wouldn't I would not survive prison. That
I
alone would
think I'd
piss
be
me off.
okay, except for the food. I worry about the food.
You know, there are people, and you know what? Guys with autism all say the same thing when I talk to them about it. They wouldn't mind prison. For me, oh
Yeah, I
no.
never leave the
No,
house
no.
anyway. So really, it's
I mean, I
the
don't
only
go
thing is I'm
a
sharing
lot
my
of
wife
places,
for Bubba, and Bubba
but I go out
probably isn't that much
on my
fun.
back deck. I don't wanna be trapped in a box with a guy named or a girl named
Bertha?
Bubba.
Bubba, whew,
No.
she's a cutie, I bet.
Dude, I love my husband. I'm not even bi-curious, okay?
Oh, you're
I'd be
missing out on
lonely
half
in
the
prison.
population.
I'd be lonely in prison.
Yeah, I'd never leave the house. The only difference prison would make is I'd have to eat worse food.
Dude,
At the
I don't
end,
even
I'm
care about
split.
the food. I mean, the food is like, whatever. I don't care about food that way. But I mean, I do. I would care about not being able to go outside when I wanted to be outside.
How am I sick, Kathy? I feel fine.
Brian, a girl named Bubba. You're so funny. And that's all I could think about in the moment, okay? It'd be different if I was by. I mean, I could get by in prison. I'd get some loving, but, I'd be so lonely there. I'd
But
be sad.
they don't put you in co-ed prisons.
No, I was saying a girl named Bubba.
Yeah, so you're never gonna even if you were bi yeah, I suppose if you were bi, you could have a
I
girl.
could get some love in there, okay? But no. I'm like straight as an arrow. The only thing that would be available to me is the dirty prison guard. And I'm not a
Hey,
fan of people that do corruption. Okay?
yeah, but
So
they're into
like
that, yeah. I was
I
talking
don't like
to
people that break the law. Like, no, I'm just kidding. That's not true. But I mean, what I'm
I
saying
when you
is that I wouldn't like people that abuse their power. That's the type of
but
people I don't
so
like.
I was talking to Emmett, who spent quite a few years in prison. He was saying that the guards like to do
They're bastards.
that.
I know people that have gone to like even women. I knew this one little old lady that went to maximum security prison for like 10 years. And she was telling me stories about life in there and how she got through was pretending she was crazy. That would be me. I don't have to pretend
It
though.
probably works pretty well.
Hey,
Because
dude.
if you're crazy, no one's gonna mess with you because you're
Dude,
gonna be like,
seriously, that's what she said. She survived a good 10-year sentence in max security by just pretending to be crazy. I'm like, dude, that would be my freaking definite. Like I would just go with it.
I'm really good at drooling on myself, so I think I could do that.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh, Mac, you'd be the most eligible bachelor in prison, eh? Oprah of inmates. I love this. This is hilarious. People are loving the prison top chat.
I'm still trying to figure out what Kathy meant when she called me sick. I was like,
Well, not much would change for me, she said. No sex, no sweets. And I wouldn't have Substack. Oh, but I wouldn't have Substack. Yeah. See,
yeah,
Substack is my joy. It's my happy place. And
I'm torn
actually,
on this.
Stefan's karaoke is my happy place. I love his karaoke. I do. I can't always make it though, because, you know, I missed 2 nights in a row because people just were being demanding. My damn family. No, I'm just kidding. Sometimes you have to spend time with your people.
I don't like spend time with my people. My people don't deserve my time.
What?
I said my people don't deserve that much time.
No, I have to sometimes. I have to give it in. Otherwise, I would just be permanently on my phone. I have to love them up. Uh, oh, I love these comments. You guys are so funny.
I would miss some parts of Substack.
I'm so sad that's been your experience, Stefan, because like to me, you're such a cool guy. I have a hard time believing that you have so many people like giving you a bad time, dude. Like seriously. You're not the type of
Uh,
person that I could see people like to me in my mind, I think you're so cool and you're so great and you're such a talented writer. I just have a hard time understanding why people like to like be jerks. But I mean it's life. I mean people are like that, but
I don't think anyone knows why people be jerks.
yeah, that's true. I don't. I really don't understand that mentality. Why do people like go out of their way to target someone else? If you don't like what they're doing, if you don't like what they're saying, just scroll past. Who cares? Why do they get sucked into the
Uh,
drama? I'll never
I
understand it.
I block somebody for being I block somebody for being like, I don't wanna say mean because it sounds almost childish, but for being a jerk. I block somebody for being a jerk probably twice a week.
What? That's crazy. Well, how many people do you have that sub you around? Just approximately.
Like, how many subscribers do I have? I have, like, almost 1,300.
Yeah, and so you must have like double the amount with followers too then, hey?
No, actually, I only have about 1,600 followers. I have a very
Really?
high I have a very high sub to follower ratio.
I have a double the followers than my subscribers amount, which is crazy.
Yeah,
Actually,
I
well
and
over. I have
there
way
was
more
a
followers
point
than subs.
there was a point where I thought, right around when I first hit 1,000, I was within 70 of my subscribers and followers were within 70. I almost had full conversion.
Yeah.
But ever since, they seem to have changed it because now I get a lot of followers and not many subscribers. I think they changed how the interface on the suggested page.
Dude, Kathy says that Stefan is Stefan and he's talented and handsome and he's for real. Oh, I agree with you, Kathy. He is.
Yeah, I don't pretend to be anything on here.
And that's what I love about people like you, Stefan. I'm the same way. You just have to be yourself.
Yeah, everybody when I was like 300 subscribers, everybody was like, "Oh, people always change when they hit like bigger subscriber numbers," and it's like no, I've posted dad jokes since I was like I posted dad jokes for a long
Yeah.
time.
And I love them. I personally wouldn't change either. I hear a lot about that. Oh, you people will change, you'll change, blah blah blah. No, I won't. I will always
Well, I think that
continue to be me.
yeah, I think at some point you stop being able to engage with everybody.
I don't know. For me, I disagree with that. I won't. Maybe other people can't, but I will always make time for my group. Like I think there's like I have
Groupies.
circles, okay? There's the inner group that I interact with the most. Then there's another ring of people that I interact with sometimes. And then it just continues. Like there's like rings of people. I don't think the outer rings will see the same amount as the inner rings. But I will always make time for the inner rings because
Well,
in
yeah,
my
isn't
mind, logically, you can't just abandon people because it gets difficult. Like if they've been with you from and they're your crew, they've got your back. I think that we should still continue to support, to reach out, to connect. And I'll always do it. Will it change on how I do it? Sure. I know I'll have
well,
to make
no,
adaptations, but
I have an inner circle of 4 or 5 people I'll interact with forever. I'm talking
yeah.
like I'm not going to be able to reply to every comment and everything I
Oh
write.
no. Like that changes for sure. That will change for
It's hard to
sure.
keep up replying to every comment on everything you write when you hit 1,000.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't get a lot of comments. They're
Yeah.
starting to speed up though,
Bye,
and it is
Kathy.
hard to interact with everybody.
And I do not remember how many subscribers you had when I first helped you, Kathy. I just remember I think I called Kathy out at one point. Maybe she got some
Aw.
subscribers from me when I did that.
That's pretty
I've called
amazing.
Kathy out 4 or 5 times now.
I always say to people, like, if we as creatives, content creators, whether we're doing the writing, whether we're doing, podcasting or lives, whether we're doing art of any kind, photography, painting, I've even got people I've subscribed to that do embroidery. I mean, whatever it is we're doing, if we can't support each other as creatives, then I think how can we expect everybody else that isn't, making or creating art of some kind to support us? And that's just my Substack philosophy. And so I really enjoy reading as much as I do writing. I mean, sure, over time, can I read everybody's work as consistently as I want to? No, because you have so many people now, you have to spread it out. But I do try to make sure that I'm doing it and checking to see, because to me, that's just important. My, like, important to me. That's what I value. So
But
I do do
do
that.
you do you if you read somebody's if you have, like, a subscriber and you read them once and their writing sucks, do you go back and read them again?
When I subscribe to them? No, I try to always read more and more things and just not just one thing. I mean, can I do it as consistently as I like? No. Sometimes I send out posts saying,
No.
"Hey, if I miss something of yours, post me the link or send me the link." And a lot of people have learned to do that just because I have a bit of ADHD and stuff doesn't always pop up in my feed, but I do try to stay consistent in reading their work. I can't get to every piece though. I can't always get to every piece.
Oh, I expect you to read everything I post ever.
But I love reading people's work. It to me it's amazing, and have so many different people that write in so many different styles that are writing about so many different things. It just feels my need for that diverse. Like I'm very eclectic, whether it comes to my music, whether it comes to my taste in what I read. I read so many different things that Substack is like, I don't know, it's like paradise for me with all of that. And everybody has their own take, even on the same genre. And I love that. It's very exciting to me.
So I found high school better than middle school.
Oh, dude, I made it to grade 9 and I was over it. I got bullied so bad in school, like from young grades all the way up, and I quit in grade 9. That was it. I was done.
And school didn't. I didn't find school fun until university.
I did better because I went back as a mature student. I was in my 30s when my first course I took was long distance. It was through the Vancouver Island College of Natural Wellness. I got certified as a master
Sounds
herbalist.
fancy.
And I know,
Are
right?
you humble bragging?
Pardon?
Are you humble bragging?
Yes. And then and then I went back in my 30s after my divorce. I moved and I went to a big city and I went to college and I became a certified healthcare assistant, which in the States, I think you guys call it a CNA or whatever. And I did that for quite a while until I got sick. And then I had to stop doing that job. I couldn't handle it anymore, and we moved provinces. And then I worked at a credit union, and oh my god, worst job I ever had because I am not a bank person, and it was so stressful. Oh my god, it was the worst, and I sucked at it truly. All the people loved me, like all the clients loved me, but I was not good at that job. Oh my god, no.
So I never made friends, so it's fine.
And you guys got my whole education history when you didn't ask.
Yeah,
I trauma
were
dumped
you
it.
yeah, were you dumping your education on us?
Yes, I was, because you guys should know. No, just kidding. I was a little bit bragging, okay?
Yeah, I know you were
Bragging
bragging. I
right.
called you out on it.
I know. I wasn't denying it. I wasn't trying to hide, all right? I mean, it took a lot for me. You know what? The reason why I'm bragging about it is because when I went back to college, you have to challenge, like, as a mature student, you have to take an entry exam, okay? The person that tested me said they have never met anyone that passed it the first time. So I am bragging. I passed it the first time. I was so proud. And you want to know
I'm so
why?
proud of you, Tara.
'Cause I read it. I read. Reading
Oh,
is the best education you'll ever
I thought
have.
for sure you were gonna tell me you stole the answers from the office or something. We had like that.
Dude, no. You know what I did do though? I did go back in my teenage years when I was in foster care and do like a grade 10 equivalency program, and I cheated my way through that. Okay, I did everybody's English, including my own, and I had other people dealing with my math.
Well, that's okay.
So I did
I
cheat my
cheated
way
to a
through
math
that.
class in high school.
I did everybody's English though. So, I mean, that's why I never talk about that equivalency thing. I didn't earn it honestly, I cheated.
It's okay. It's okay. We forgive you. I'll judge you
Thanks,
in silence.
Sarah. Although
I'm
my
judging you in silence.
certifications do me jack shit now. I mean, really. I can't even work. It sucks so bad, but it's okay. I did it. It was an accomplishment. It was an experience. Oh, yeah, aw. You guys are so sweet. I love you. You're so cute. A list of things. So what things? What do you need a list of, hun? I don't understand. You and your bird years? Stefan, did you say something about bird years?
Not tonight. I do intend to feed the birds at the park and the bench when they get older.
Oh, yeah, that's fun.
I wouldn't call it
Aw.
fun, but it would be something.
Dude, I think it's fun. Don't you have little animal friends that come visit you in your backyard? Dude, I always have little animal
No,
friends that come visit
the
me.
animals know better than to come visit me.
Really? Are you like an animal like hater or what?
No, I'm not an animal hater. I love animals.
I am Cinderella, okay? I have little bird friends that
You
come
can do
visit me. There's
pumpkins
a
at
blue
midnight?
jay. Pardon? No, I'm not
You
talking
do
about that
is
part.
that why you always is that what
No,
you
you
mean
know
by
the part where
podcast?
she's
You mean you're gonna become
cleaning?
a pumpkin? I see.
No. You know the part where she's singing and she has her little bird animal friends and stuff? I get chipmunks occasionally. Or no, is it squirrels? No, squirrels. Squirrels, blue jays, hummingbirds,
I mean,
butterflies. They'll all come right up to my little face, dude. And it's so cute. Like crows, they love me. I have animal friends. And when I'm really sad and they come out on my back deck, there's usually someone. Someone comes to greet me. They're
I
wild
got chased by
animals. I don't feed them,
I
but they
got
love
chased by a
me. I
goose
don't know.
once.
Dude, goose are scary. Geese, oh my God. No, they're vicious. They are
Yeah.
vicious.
Yeah, not
Dude,
nice
they're
animals.
not nice. And you want to know something else? Peacocks. Somebody had this random peacock. They only owned one. And it would chase me. Every time I walked my kids to school, it would literally chase us. It was so vicious. It was a male peacock too with its fancy feathers and would chase us down the road. I was like, "Oh my God." And every single time we passed their house, every single day, I got chased by a peacock with my two kids in tow. Oh my God, it was so scary. You guys are so funny. Yes, Sarah, Canadian geese are really brutal. There's something about those geese, like, I don't know, is it just the Canada side? Like, for real.
I'm not
They're
allergic
murderous.
to geese. I think geese are just that way.
And you know what? We have, like, protection things on them. You can't hunt them. They should be hunted and eaten. Although I've never had goose, I don't know if it tastes good.
It doesn't say if you've had goose.
Oh, Sarah wants to know what my dream in life is. You know what, Sarah?
She's living it,
If
I
I
think.
could do anything, I would like to have like a business, okay, a tea shop where I sell tea, flowering tea, okay? Cold and hot flowering tea where I make cool drinks and it has like a really sanctuary type of ambiance in there. I would get like one of those big artificial like cherry blossom trees that look real, put it in the center and I'd create these booths. I'd have booths that have like drapes for people that are introverts. Okay. And then I'd have open table for the extroverts. And it would just be a little shop, a sanctuary where people could come to. And just like there would be like I would sell like well, I would have books that you could borrow for sure. And then I would sell like little teapots and flowering teas that people could take home. It would just be really quaint, really beautiful, like a sanctuary of comfort, affordable so that everybody could come and, you know, have an experience. That would be my biggest dream in the world.
That's a nice
But
dream.
also another dream I would have is to be able to travel to different countries to like see things. Like I've been to the States. I've been to quite a few different US states as a kid and a teenager. And that was a cool experience. I got to see a lot of places, but also another dream would be to travel to different countries and like meet some of my favorite substackers ever. I think that would be awesome.
Oh gosh. I'd have to.
We could go and have like a coffee, a tea, or a beer, depending on your preference or whatever it is. But I think that would be so cool. I don't have like I don't well, I mean, I guess the tea shop is a grand aspiration, but I don't really, I only just started to have dreams again. For the longest time, I stopped having any. I was like, life is over. It wasn't until I found Substack that I actually had any real hope left alive. I was kind of like at a really dark spot in my life at that point because I was so, I don't know, exhausted and just tired. Dude, seagulls shit all over you, Brian. I've never had a goose
Yeah.
shit on me.
I've been pooped on by a seagull before.
Seagulls are the worst for that. Oh, even
I
with
mean, I've been
Asians
pooped
sitting
on he
across from them?
I get pooped on by humans more than I get pooped on by seagulls.
I like, seagulls are so bad here. They'd be more likely to shit all over me. And it's weird because I live in a province that's nowhere near the ocean. I didn't expect there to be seagulls, although I was corrected by a native Albertan that told me they're called gulls here. So gulls,
Yeah, so
because
you're
there's
not by
no
the
sea.
sea.
But they look exactly the same. I'm like, "What's the difference, dude?"
Oh, the sea part.
Like, well, I mean, the lake
I
I live
hate
kind of
to
near
I hate to
looks
point
like
out
a
the obvious
sea.
there, Tara.
It's huge. I mean, but really, is that a necessary correction? I mean, they're the same bird. Why do they need a different name? That's just dumb to me.
I
If they
don't
look
know, I don't know
different,
the difference.
logically speaking, I could accept it.
Or maybe it's something that's not about the luck. Maybe they have different structure somewhere else.
Maybe, but I don't think so. Ew, goose shit. We have these horrible things called mayflies, and they come out twice a year so bad. Like, if you go out into your actual yard, you'll like inhale them. It's so gross. I hate those things. They don't bite, they don't sting, but they're like everywhere and they just feel gross and you can't like they cover your windshield, your everything. They're just gross. And they come off the lake. Apparently they're food for the fishes. I don't like it. I'd rather deal with the geese shit. Because they kind of look like mosquitoes. So it's just like, it gives you the grossness anyways. Albert said something about being watched by an agent. I don't know if the agents are watching me. I hope they're entertained at least. I always try to make it so that if there is somebody spying on me 24/7, that they're having a good time doing it. I mean, what a shitty job that would be if you're following a boring person around.
Yeah, I always think about whether if someone's spying at me and I'm like, "Oh, good grief, that's embarrassing." They just watch me do that.
I don't mind. I think, now, I mean, back in the day, it would have really bothered me. But if they're watching me, I hope they're having a good show.
Just wave at them. They're probably over in the trees to your right. Just look over and wave at them.
Are you not entertained? Uh, well, are you guys being entertained? I don't know. Are we entertaining, Stefan?
I think we're entertaining. More entertaining than most Substack lives. I think if we
I mean,
weren't
we're not like
entertaining, we wouldn't have
being the life
the
of the
watching like
party
that.
tonight, but I mean, like, nobody can
You're
be
the life
on
of this party.
24/7. I was like sleeping all day. I was so sick. And it sucks too because I was fine when I woke up this morning and then I just crashed at about 12 o'clock and I passed out
It
for
m
like
it might have been
hours.
karaoke hangover. You did watch, like, 5 hours of karaoke last night.
No, no, you know what? It was just I was not feeling good. Like I was in a lot of pain. And when I get like that, I just go to sleep. And then when I woke up, well, I felt it better enough. So I was like, okay, maybe you
I
need to
would
do
love
a
to do
duet.
I would love to do a duet with, Sarah someday.
Who, with me or Sarah?
With you.
No, with me? Aw.
I would love to do a duet with Sarah too, to be
I would love to do one. I just don't have the right I don't think I have to check my specs on my laptop.
I've been up till 4 a.m. singing karaoke 5 nights in a row, so
Yeah,
I
dude. But I mean,
I need
you
a
have
regular night's
insomnia
sleep
too,
at
don't
some
you,
point.
Stefan? I have insomnia. I've had it since I was a kid, actually. So I don't
Yeah, it's
require
been a
a
couple
good
long
amount of
nights
sleep.
for me.
But you said you were really tired the other morning. You have to take care of yourself.
I'll get 11 hours of sleep tonight. I'll catch up tonight and then
Dude,
tomorrow.
you actually can sleep for 11 hours? Oh my god, you lucky bastard. I sleep usually
I
5 or
sleep
3 hours at a time.
I sleep after karaoke until 10 a.m. when I, open the store, and I sleep right up to my alarm, like, 10 minutes before I have to open, and then I take the quickest horror shower in the world, and then I go down and open the store.
Whoa, Brian says that his daughter has low-level narcolepsy. Isn't that a sleeping disorder? I can't
That's
remember
where you
exactly.
randomly fall asleep.
Oh, that sucks.
I know some I know a lady with that, and it is, um, quite debilitating when she's not on medication.
That's really devastating. That's a tough one, Brian. But you know what? It's good that you guys are so supportive.
Yeah, I sleep from
Wow.
the end of karaoke till 10 AM. Except
Yeah.
for one or 2 nights a week where I decide I'm gonna go to bed at, like, 7 PM and catch up because I'll catch up in large chunks like that.
Well, and you deserve to. And like I
Wake
said, I'm a
up.
strong supporter of taking care of yourself.
I do take care of myself, that's why I sing karaoke. Karaoke is taking care of myself.
Wow, neurodivergent hodgepodge said, I sleep 5 to 7 hours. If it's more than that, something's seriously wrong. Yeah, I'm too. Like if I'm super, 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 super like sick, if I'm having a really bad flare up of whatever the hell's going on for me, I will and my husband always gets freaked out, like always, because he's not used
Oh,
to
yeah.
seeing me sleep like that.
When,
He knows if I'm laid out, like there's something wrong.
yeah, when I had the flu, I, um, slept 20 hours a day for 4 days straight.
Wow, Brian, he said his daughter's a psych PhD student. That's really amazing. Good for her. She's not letting it affect her moving forward in her life, and that's a huge that's a huge, like,
Yeah, hodgepodge.
thing to take on, right?
A lot of people think they can get away with less sleep than they can, and they just run years and years of sleep debt, and it
It's
put
not
them through
good
a lot
not
of
to
strain.
sleep. Sleep is where a huge portion of your stress decreases, and also your body heals itself in its sleep. And not getting enough is not good. It's just that I've always had ever since I was a child, had a problem with sleep. I've never been very good. I always envy people like my husband. He can fall asleep anytime, anywhere at the drop of a hat. And I think that's cool. I'd love that.
I
I would
can
love that.
time of the day doesn't bother me, but I have to be in my bed. I can't sleep on, like, in, like, a king size.
I can't either. I like my bed. Like I can't drop
Yep.
asleep just anywhere. And I need my
I can't
pillow.
sleep just anywhere.
Do you have a
I
pillow?
have to be home to sleep.
Do you have a pillow, Stefan? Like, do you have a special pillow that you can't sleep without? Because I do.
Yes, but I won't take it anywhere because I'm afraid of leaving it at a hotel and losing it.
Dude, seriously, if I don't have my pillow, like my husband will occasionally, and he does it purposely just to annoy me, because for whatever reason he likes the spicy side, he'll take my pillow. I will literally like I will fight him to the death for my pillow. Like, don't steal my pillow, bro. Like that's my pillow. I share, okay? Don't get me wrong. I love sharing, but not my pillow. There's certain things that my autism does not allow me to share, and that one is and it's starting to fall apart in chunks. And I'm so sad because it's foam, right? And it's cooling foam. And I've had it for a very long time, and I have a cover on it, but it's starting to fall apart now, and I keep thinking, what happens when there's nothing left? Like, what happens when what do I do? I don't think I can I didn't I was given this pillow. I don't know if I can find it again. Will I never sleep again? I don't know, you guys. I'm gonna be screwed. Because if the pillow is too thick, I get a really bad neck pain that lasts for 2 days and I can't turn my head. And if the pillow is too thin, I suffocate in my sleep. So
Well,
there's a
one of
problem.
those is clearly better than the other. I'd err on the side of thin because it's not as painful.
Dude, I know, but dying in my sleep is not fun either.
I've thought about that. I've always thought about that. It's like, if I'm gonna die, I wanna die in my sleep.
Yeah, but,
Like, I'm not scared of
how do
house
we know
fires.
that it's actually not painful? I was
I'm
talking
not
about
scared
this
of
the other
house
day.
fires. You just go to sleep.
Yeah, but people say it's not painful, but if you die in your sleep, 90% of the time, nobody's around to watch. What if somebody's been, like, struggling with excessive heart attack pain, and they call it dying in their sleep just because nobody's watching? It could be seriously painful. I actually put
That's
this
kind of like,
on.
if someone dies and they're not re and no one's around to see it, did they really die?
No, but I'm just saying people always say, "Oh, dying in your sleep is so great," but what if it hurts? Like, honestly, I was sitting there talking about this on my Tara's Midnight Madness thing, and I was like, "If dying in your sleep, like, what if it actually hurts and nobody just saw it hurt?"
I don't think it does, because they put you to sleep with surgery, and we know that doesn't hurt.
I've heard horror stories where it does.
Well, that's because they screw up the anesthesia. That's why you tip the anesthesiologist.
I don't like pain, neurodivergent. I have to live in pain all the time. I was discussing that if I have to die, I want it to be pain free. But then when I was going through the list of ways to die, I couldn't decide which one I'd go with, like, honestly.
Well, jump off a really tall building because you won't feel the impact will kill
I
you
don't
so
want to
fast
feel it.
you won't feel it.
I don't want to feel the pain.
Well, you won't feel the pain.
No, I'm just saying, like, I was commenting to neurodivergent. She's like, "Why? Why does it matter, or what does it matter if it hurts?" So I'm like, "'Cause I don't wanna die a painful death, okay? I've already had to suffer. I don't wanna suffer anymore. I want it to go out completely pain-free."
I heard a submarine is a good way to do that.
I hear all kinds of things, like stuffing your exhaust pipe and, like, stuff like that is a good
Yep,
way to go, but, I don't know.
that works.
I'm
Smoke
suspicious.
inhalation. Jumping off a tall building because the impact is painless because it kills you before your brain has time to process it.
I guess I think I have to fall back on dying in my sleep because 'cause I'm not suicidal. I don't wanna die by suicide.
Well, I've had to, come up with a short list, just in case,
I
carbon
I think I
monoxide is
I
always
think I
good.
still fall back on die in my sleep because I mean, we don't know if it's painful or not, it's just up to subjectivity. It's up to our own imaginations.
The only issue is when you jump off of a tall building, it's painless and that you're not gonna feel any pain when you hit, but you
But
do have
I'd
to
have to be
experience the
willing to
fall.
kill myself, and I'm
Yeah, you
not.
do have to experience the fall, and the fall is, I hear, terrifying for the first few seconds, and then your brain, pulls some dopamine trick.
Yeah, that's so sad, Joe. She said last week in the ER, a woman was about to die, lasted 3 hours. Terrible to hear. Aw, that's so sad. How did this topic get all horror? Come on, Mr. Horror King yourself. Seriously, Albert. Don't you love it? I don't think death is a horror topic anyways. It's like a normal part of life. I'm not
Well, it's
afraid to
actually
die.
I don't know that is death a part of life, or is death something different in life?
Well, I mean, it's a natural, like, outcome. We're all gonna die. How we
Yeah,
die, when
you're
we
gonna die and you're
die,
gonna pay taxes. That's the only 2 things you're gonna do in your life.
right? So it's an inevitable, and I mean, I'm not afraid to die. I'm afraid of how I'm going to die. There's a difference. Like, I'm good with the dying part. I just don't wanna suffer on the way out. I don't think it's
Yeah, I can see
fair.
that. If I
I'm
knew
like, "God."
if I knew I was just gonna die painlessly in my sleep, and somebody told me I was gonna die tonight, nothing would change about my life.
Yeah, like, I for me, I wouldn't change anything. I live my life to the fullest every day, whatever that looks like, and I tell the people I care about and everything that I have to
Oh,
say all the time.
oh, do you know what that means?
What?
That talking to me is part of living your life to the fullest.
Seriously, Stefan, it is. You're a big highlight to my day. I enjoy it. Yeah. I just try to live my life to the fullest, and I don't think the fullest means always jumping out of airplanes and parachuting. I think if we just do what makes us happy and, feel, like, content and have a sense of gratitude, and yeah, that's how I try to live my life, and that's not just me being toxically positive. I hate that, but, I mean, I just try to look on the bright side because, you know, when the first lessons my parents ever taught me, my mom, was life's not fair. So just deal with it, you know, and try to just get along as best as you can. Ooh, somebody said harder a stroke? Oh no.
I just hacker
Nope.
stuff.
You're glass half full, Brian. I'm a glass, I'm happy where I'm at. I wouldn't consider myself an optimist. I'm just where I'm at. If I'm happy, I'm happy. I'm happy. If I'm sad, I'm sad. If I'm pissed off, I'm pissed off. Like I just I am where I am and I'm okay with it wherever I am at. Sometimes positivity can be toxic. I mean, if you're being dismissive of somebody else, freedom, it can be very harmful for them. Like if they're going through a bad time and somebody comes along and says, "Oh, don't be so negative" or something, like I mean, I think we have to first of all, like acknowledge what they're going through and then say something like, "But we'll get through this together," or, something positive after, I think. That's just me. I think sometimes positivity can be shoved down people's throats when they're going through a really bad time. I mean, positivity is always meant as a good thing, but sometimes people can really get hurt by that. Just my opinion though. I'm not a specialist. It's just my opinion. Yeah. Like I think I try to be positive and loving. I'm not saying I never hurt people with what I say. I'm autistic. I do it all the time. But when I do, I try to apologize and make amends or correct myself. Oh, did we lose you, Stefan? I think he ran away. I'm all by myself. Oh, oh, Albert, are you talking about my note that I posted the other day about narcissism? I agree, Sarah. I think it's positive and realistic. Well, you know what, freedom? I think just showing, kindness first and then being positive. Like I think that sometimes we skip that part. And even I do it. Like I can get tired or something and maybe not, I even call myself on it when I do it. I mean, like, it's easy to say, "Oh, love, love, and happy and joy, joy," but if somebody's going through some really difficult crap, and I've been there, man, and somebody comes along with like, "Oh, don't worry, be happy," it sounds like you're dismissing their pain. It sounds like you're just kind of like and it's not always meant like that. Like, most of the time, people that are doing it mean well, but it can be really, like, not fun for the person, right? Thank you, Albert, for restacking that post. You know what? And I'll tell you why I wrote it about the narcissism thing to keep changing topics like I'm ADHD. Because I kind of am. Uh I wrote it because there was a lot of people that I was well, not a lot. There was one person that I was convinced was a narcissist. And I recognized after I set boundaries and enforced those boundaries that they weren't a narcissist. And I asked myself why? Why did that mirror so much narcissism? And I found out that there is a correlation between high anxiety and narcissistic traits. And a lot of people don't know the difference. I myself included didn't know the difference. And I wanted to share that finding in case it was helpful to somebody else because you might think you're dealing with a narcissist and they might just be very high anxiety person and while the thing looks the same, it's very different. So how do you live with it and how do you, like, help that person is gonna look very different, okay? So, that's why I put it out there. It was just to help. Oh, I'm going off. So are you divergent or neurodivergent? I'm a autistic neurodivergent person. Freedom, yeah, I don't mind. I am very open with all of this. I'm an open book, actually. Okay. I don't claim to know everything, guys. I just know what I know. Lived experience. Yes. Okay. Sorry, Joe. I'm the only negative positivity is a passive aggressive protect me from my fear and accept everything is okay. Yep. And that's a big one too, honestly, Joe. Brian, Narcissist and
I
lost
like being
you. You disappeared. I was like, "Oh, no, did I freak you out and send you away?"
No, I went to get a snack.
No, Brian, yeah. It's a whole scary world, but I agree, Sarah. Positivity doesn't always mean it's going to be fine because it doesn't always work out the way you want. Oh, excuse me. I swallowed too much air and now I'm burping on live. It's better than a fart. If I farted on live, I'd probably have to disappear and go through a name change and go into witness protection.
I've farted on the live.
Dude, I would be that's my worst nightmare. Okay, I can talk about the craziest shit. I can burp, I can sneeze, I can even blow my nose on a live. But if I ever farted, that would be it. I'd have to witness protection myself.
I've sneezed on the live, I've farted on the live.
Oh my god.
I've cried on 4 live.
But I mean, you are a dude, so farting on a live isn't as big of a deal. If you're a chick can do it. And worse if you're like a land whale. Oh my god, can you imagine? Oh. Okay, wait. Pause it. Oh wait, no. Somebody wrote something important I wanted. What? Aw, freedom. Yes. Both actually Stefan and I are both neurodivergent. We both have autism. And you know it's so interesting because the more autistic people I meet, the cooler it is to note that how it comes out is so different in some ways, but so similar in others.
No, I did not stand up, I just moved my mic. My mic just swivels.
That is so cool, Stefan. I love your mic. You look so professional. You know that, right? I don't
I'll
know.
take it as a compliment.
If I miss something important, you guys, I apologize. I'm doing my best. I missed something and I can't find it now, but that's okay. Doesn't matter. Albert, you've been through hell and back and you're an angel. Aw, no, I'm not an angel. I'm a harbinger of doom. No, just kidding. Oh my God, no. I'm not an angel. No. You know what? I have this theory. We're all villains in someone else's story, okay?
I
And there are
know I am,
people
I've been called
walking
a villain.
around right now that think I'm the villain in their story, believe me.
Yeah, if you haven't been told that you're a terrible person, you're not living.
Albert, if I attract mostly autistic people, does that mean I'm also autistic? I don't know. From our interactions, Albert, I have my suspicions, be honest.
I do feel like I seem to attract them, but I advertise my autism pretty
You know what?
much.
I've never been an autistic person magnet. I've never really been a person magnet until I hit Substack. And now I attract all shades of the neurodivergent and neurotypical spectrum. And you know what? I absolutely love it because it's so colorful. It's so colorful.
Yeah, if you're just full of weirdos.
Dude, but see, weirdos are my people. They're my tribe. But I like normal people too. Like I love nice people. I like people that are I don't know. I don't even know what my definition of nice is because I don't think you have to be like nice in the way everybody else calls nice. You can be a bit of a dick and I'll still like you. I don't know. I just
Oh,
have the things I don't like. If you wear a diaper and you shit in it for a sexual kink, we're not going to be friends if you tell me about that. So don't tell me. Like that's my
can
definition of people that
can
aren't
you
nice.
imagine being autistic and doing that and then wanting to tell everybody about it? You'd have it would be you it'd be amazing.
Dude,
She'd
dude,
walk up to
I'm
some guy in the
sorry.
street and be like, hey, I shit in my diaper last night."
If you're doing it because you have a medical condition, I have like that's different. But if you're doing it because that's how you get off, you're disgusting. And that's my definition of people I don't want to hang out with. They're not my cup of tea, okay? I'm sure there's a diaper
What
group of loving, diaper shitting and loving people that will accept and love you, but I just don't have the capacity, okay? My autism is like, no.
I think it'd be hilarious to see somebody walk up they just start talking about that. TED Talk about getting off.
Ew. I would cry if I was subjected to that TED Talk, dude, seriously. I just couldn't. I just can't. I can't associate shit with sexual gratification. It is like the grossest substance on earth, and it just gives me the "you, what the hell's wrong with you" vibe. And I'm too blunt. Like I would literally say, "What the hell is wrong with you?" I would call you out on your shit for real. Like, dude, not to be, like whatever, but not to be punny. But I mean, I would. I'd call you out on your shit.
I just think it would be funny to be, like, autistic and have that and then wanna talk about it all the time. It just
Dude, I don't know if
it's like,
autistic people
"Yeah, I
would
really
do
like
that
the way
though.
when it's just the right consistency and how it, like, forms around my ass cheeks, I really like that."
Ew,
I'm sorry.
dude, I've never
I can
met
move
okay,
on.
I've worked with a lot of autistic people as a care aide, and I have never met an autistic person that purposely shits their pants for pleasure. I just haven't. I don't know.
I've never met a person that purposely shits the pants for pleasure to begin with, of any
I
kind. Do those
unfortunately
people
have
actually
met
exist? I mean, I'm
them.
sure they exist.
Dude, no, seriously, Stefan, I have met them in person and they've told me about it, and it's just never gone well for them, honestly. There's a drip. I'm underneath a deck, so it's not
Yeah,
bird shit. I don't know.
I hate to think, um, I hate to think how that went.
Dude, it was so awkward. Honestly, if you do that and I like you and we get along, just don't tell me and we'll be fine. I don't wanna know. There's some things that you just shouldn't tell me, and that would be one of them. And you know what? It's not very many. My
But
list
didn't
of
they have,
things
like,
don't
a
tell me aren't long.
what part of that is the problem? Is it the strip part or the kink part?
The kink and
Like, if they
shit
have a
mixed
kink for
together.
bananas, would that be
It
yeah, but
no, I
if it
don't
was
care.
kink for bananas,
I
would it be?
If they have a kink for bananas, all the power to them, I don't care. But the fact that they wanna roll
What if they like
around,
to
shit and eat shit and do all kinds of gross shit while having
what if
sex
they
with
like
me.
to paint what if they're like the guy in Washington State that likes to paint with his own shit? Like, he paints his walls with his own shit.
Oh, dude, I have okay, if you're mentally handicapped, I've seen people do that and I have empathy. But if you're okay, completely all right upstairs and you wanna play in your poo-poo, I just can't be your friend. I'm sorry. I can't. Okay, it involves anything that involves playing in poo. I can't. No. A normal person playing in poo. Not like people that have disabilities or other things, but like if we could have a conversation and you're playing in your poo because you like doing that, there's something wrong and my autism won't let me be your friend. I'm sorry. That's my
I
story and
would
I'm sticking to it,
I
girls.
would have to I would
Ugh.
probably have to wash my hands after talking to him.
I need I need some fucking Lysol, dude. Lysol spray. Have to
Take a
spray
bath in
myself.
bleach or something.
Dude, there would be. I put a cap full of bleach in my tub water, okay? Like, yucky. Oh, Brian, thank you for telling me that you had to poop. I'm so excited for that. You're back, and
I'd
that's all
tread
we
carefully,
care.
Brian, she might block you.
No, I don't care if people talk about poop. I talk about poop. I'll laugh about poop. I'll joke about poop. I've even written songs about poop. But if you're actually touching and playing with it or eating it, or you want somebody to fart in your
I mean,
mouth because that makes you horny, we have issues. Dude, I've
Dutch
heard that from
ovening
people.
is kinda close it
Seriously,
was.
Stefan, there's guys out there texting chicks being like, "Will you be my fart queen? Will you fart in my face, on my mouth?" Like, dude, no, we're not
I'm
friends
sure
if you're
that
doing
kink
that.
is not, I'm sure that kink is not gender specific, but
No, but I've only ever heard of guys doing it. Like, I've never
just
heard of a girl saying to a man.
go to stinkypinky.com and you'll see videos of the
Oh god, I don't think I belong there. That's not my people. If I go there, that would make me one of those trolls. I'm not doing it. I would troll them so bad. No, no. I'm not an internet troll. I'll just avoid their subject. Oh no. You guys, we're having so much fun. I ran down my battery to 5%, so
yeah,
it's
it's
gonna
not gonna go down
die.
any stronger.
No, I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna be like, here 1 minute, gone the next.
I hope it's painless.
It's my painless death. Stefan, this has been like so much fun. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Yeah, thank you for coming. I love doing these.
You know what? It was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed getting a chance to get to know you, and I hope, that I don't end up blocked after this live.
I have yet to block somebody after a live.
No, I'm just
But
saying, after meeting me in real person and finding out I'm a little spicy, I don't know. I mean, if you block me, I won't take it personally, but I'll be sad because I like you.
yeah, no, you'll be fine.
Good. So, you're not planning on blocking me?
No, I'm not gonna block. I'm not gonna block. I
Joe,
don't want
girls
to
do it for
disappoint.
performance. You know what? It might be true. They might do it for money on, like, OnlyFans, I don't know.
What, poop on each other? There's
Yeah,
a
well, I
whole
mean, there was
culture of
that
it.
video, 2 girls, 1 cup. That's so
Yeah,
disgusting, you guys.
but to be fair, weren't they eating the poop out of the cup with a
Oh
spoon?
my god, that video made me throw up. Seriously, like, my mom 2 girled, 1 cup me. I know I talked about it in my last one. Ew. Back in the day, my
I love that
mom
your
sent
mother
me
did that.
that, and it was because her boss sent it to her, she thought it would be funny, and I was sitting at her computer, and I puked into her garbage can. I was so mad. I was like, "Ew, what the hell is this?
That's
Eating
not even the
poop?"
wor that's not even the worst place to that's not even the
No,
worst
I
place
was
to puke.
also 2 girl
That's
I was
puking in
also
people's
1
socks,
guy,
though.
1 jarred. I had so many gross videos sent to me back in the day. There was a guy in a jar, a guy in a horse. I was like, "Oh my god. No,
Oh,
I can't."
well, I think the first person to ever receive the death penalty on North America was did it because he had sex with a horse.
Dude, seriously, it's just I saw a video of that, and I was sent to my email, and I was so I'm like, "Why do people think it's so funny to send me this depraved shit?" And it wasn't my mom that sent me those ones, just
After
to be
having met you,
fair.
I can see why relatives might wanna send you the stuff.
It wasn't my relatives.
No, I wanna send you a depraved DM when you're on live just so I can see you, go crazy. Oh, she just left. Her 5% ran out. I'll give her a minute just in case it didn't. Thank you, Freedom Beacon, for, hanging out with us. Yeah, Tara has left us. Uh, Thank you, Albert. I'm not gonna keep the stream up very long. I'm just gonna see if anyone has anything to ask. Any final words they wanna say? And thank you everybody for coming. Uh, Tara was a joy to have. And don't if you wanna come on and talk to me one day, just message me and we'll arrange a date. I don't know what you'd want me to sing there, Brian. Uh, Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for coming, Sarah. Sarah was here the whole time, all 2.5 hours. If someone wants to sing karaoke, I can turn on karaoke for a minute. I do love me some karaoke. I think all my normal karaoke goes into bed. Hi, Kaylin. Hey, Brian. You want an invite? You can come talk to me for a bit. This is the awkward moment when I'm alone. I don't know what to talk I don't know what to say because the cat's really quiet. I'm waiting to see if Brian responds to me. I thought Kaylin came in, so I thought maybe she'd talk to me. Oh, she's not. Oh, that's too bad. I'll send a DM to Elias, and if Elias wants to sing, I'll send on karaoke. I don't know if I'm spunky enough to do it myself today. At least not, yeah, I mean, he always does. I just find it awkward to turn it on when I'm the only one because who knows if I get no audience, it's kinda awkward. So I generally only turn it on if I have another person, and then I only stay after everybody leaves if there's people chatting. So I'll send him a little message, see what he's doing. I know Leah, my other late night singing buddy, has went to bed, so I need to find myself an Elias. I actually don't know where Elias is on my DMs. Holy boy. There we go. Hi, Sarah. Tara's phone died, so I'm just hanging out talking to Brian. Yeah. I sent Elias a DM, seeing if he wants to. Yes, anytime you get anytime you get out of the ER is a good thing. Unless Sarah's feeling up to karaoke. If Sarah wants to sing karaoke with me, but she said she wouldn't be ready for another week. Oh, he herds cats for a living. He has a whole house full of cats. Yeah, we'll see if, Sarah wants to do it. I would love nothing more than for Sarah to sing with me. I thought I thought maybe I could get Tara to, but her phone died before I asked. I kind of hinted at it with asking her to do a duet, but I don't think she took me seriously. Tara needs a long cord? She doesn't. Her phone audio seems pretty good. She might be able to do it with just the phone. Some phones can, some phones can't. Yeah. Uh, right now, if you wanna sing. Otherwise, probably tomorrow, just because I don't know that I wanna do it alone. I get anxious at the thought of doing it alone. It's okay, Tara. I'm just talking to Sarah and Brian at the moment. It was so much fun, Tara. It's I'm beginning to think that, I must be doing something right because that's pretty much what everybody says. Yeah, sure. I'm aware. I should probably rest at some point. It has to be one I know, Brian. Yeah, doing it a cappella is hard. But if people want me to try one a cappella, I can do one a cappella. Good grief. Which ones do I know a cappella? Oh boy. I don't know. I'm not even close to knowing that one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it from memory, which means there's about 5 songs I know from memory. I know a Billy Joel song, I know a Louis Armstrong song, I probably know, a Nat King Cole, "Unforgettable." Oh, that's okay, Sarah. I mean, uh, I'll do this one. Let's see, what are the chances I can remember how to do it? Because I don't actually know that I remember how to do it. Um, yeah. Kill with a smile, she can wound with her eyes. She can find your faith with a casual eye. She only reveals what she wants you to see. She's like a child, but she's always a woman to me. Lead you to love, she can lead you to take you or leave you. Believe you. Okay. Oh man, I'm forgetting the words. 'Cause it's free. Yeah, she steals like a thief, but she's always a woman to me. Oh, she takes care of herself. She can wait if she wants. She's ahead of her time. Oh, and she never gives out, and she never gives in. She just changes her mind. She loves you more than the Garden of Eden. Yes, she cut you and laugh while you're bleeding. Picking out the best and the worst you can be. But all on yourself, 'cause she's always a woman to me. Mm. Mm. Oh, she takes care of herself. She can wait if she wants. She's ahead of her time. Oh, and she never gives out, and she never gives in. She just changes her mind. She's frequently kind and suddenly cruel. She can do as she pleases, she's nobody's fool. And can't be convicted, she's earned her degree. And the worst she will do is throw shadows at you, but she's always a woman to me. Yeah, Tara, I can made a promise to myself that I wouldn't if it wasn't illegal or immoral, I wouldn't say no to much on here. I mean, except for the two verses, I just forgot what the words were. So I didn't even bother singing two verses. I don't know any gangster rap. Yeah, I can do the ones I know. There's a few songs I know. But it would be hard to do when I don't know without words or music or anything, obviously. Oh, there you go. We just need to get her back. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the blessed day, a dark sacred night. And I think to myself, What a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, "How do you do?" I really saying, "I love you." I see babies crying. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yeah, oh, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I don't care. I'll do whatever. I just have to look them up if they're not one of the handful of songs I know by heart. Oh, I'd have to look it up, that's all. That's a terrible idea. I can't Snoop Dogg talks too fast. That would sound like, I don't know how it sounds without backing track, because I've always sung with the backing music. Oh, I see what's being Tara, you're always allowed to come on, karaoke if you have an open seat. I don't, trying to think of things I know. I don't actually know that many that I can just do straight up. Unforgettable, that's what you are. Unforgettable, though near and far. Life is song of love that clings to me. How the thought of you does things to me. Never before has someone been more unforgettable in every way. and forevermore. That's how you'll stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too. Unforgettable in every way and forevermore. That's how you'll stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too. Me? I'm getting better? That's what people tell me. People tell me I get better every time. I've only been doing this for, like, 2 months now, though, so I'm not surprised if I'm still getting better. Although, like this with no backing, no lyrics or anything is really kinda weird because I have to listen to myself, and normally I turn the music up so I don't have to listen to myself. I am doing okay. Thank you, Brian. I like to think I do okay. Tara is a big fan of mine. I'm a huge fan of yours too, Tara, although not for your singing because I've never heard it. Bye, Joe. I did get to make Tara cry twice last night. That was fun. That was so good. I don't remember what made you cry, but something made you cry. It wasn't Elvis this time either. Oh, which one was it? It was some song that I never sang good despite knowing. Yeah, I don't remember them. I don't remember which shoe it was. I think one was that Reba song. No, that was early in the night though. That wasn't that one. No, the Reba one was earlier. I don't think you were around for the Reba one. Yeah, I def "Can't Help Falling in Love" was the Elvis song I made her cry to the first time. That one I actually, um that one's Strangely I Know by heart for some reason. I could go on my YouTube history and see. It'd be buried because I was watching YouTube at work. Yeah, I can't for the life of me figure out what I was singing last night. Was it no, that's gonna bother me now. I have to go look it up. Yeah. No, I don't watch I have watched I sometimes I watch UFO conspiracy stuff on YouTube, that's kinda fun. No, it wasn't the, 500 Miles song, that cover that thing. I think that was what it was. Um, yeah, I like watching, like, Area 51 videos on YouTube, they're kinda fun. Yeah, and then it was Hero by the other one was Hero, which is just a sad song. Heartbreak Hotel. I don't know. Just took looking at my YouTube history for yesterday. Well, yeah, for the beginning of today. Uh, the Elvis is the only one I sang the Elvis one for a so-so, acapella doing a karaoke with, like, 150 viewers. That was nerve-wracking. But I'm pretty sure Elvis is Tara's favorite. There's a whole bunch of Elvis and alien conspiracies, isn't there? Uh, Epstein. Well, people are obsessed with rich people going to an island to sexually abuse kids. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of, alien Elvis conspiracy things. Oh, he was abducted? That did I thought thought it was more in depth than that. We're really getting into the tinfoil hat theories at the moment. Bye, Sarah. We might be here a while. I don't know what we're doing. Elvis. Um, I think yeah, I'll do Elvis. I think I know Elvis by heart. The song's like super simple. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Will I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too. I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too. For I can't help falling in love with you. For I can't help falling in love with you. Whoa! Is that? I don't believe you, Brian. Yeah, at least take singing something like 50 times before you would know it well enough to do that. Oh, he was just talking about ripping his heart out. You could sell your heart? Yeah, hearts go for a lot on the black market. You don't get as much for a kidney. Yeah, I don't think you get as much for a kidney. Theoretically, you need your heart. Yeah. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with your theory, Sarah. I'm just saying you get more for a heart. Mm. It depends how bad of shape your heart is then. If your heart's in bad shape, the big heart might be an upgrade. Um, I think this works. I just remembered I can share screens on here. So I actually wouldn't even have to rehost. Yeah, that's stuff like that happens all the time. You can see people who are clinically dead recalling things that have happened in the room when they were dead. Um, you can see all sorts of weird things happening. Oh, I am personally convinced there's something to the fact that people are recalling things that happened while they're dead, and they're recalling it from a third person perspective if they're outside the body, and that's kind of weird. Strange. That happens often enough where it's a little strange. It is always weird. There's nothing I don't advertise. There's nothing for me to advertise. I just think it's strange. But I've seen other strange things. I've watched a Ouija board light on fire, spontaneously combust. So, seeing people have out of body experiences is not, super out of the realm of possibility for me. Oh, I don't write about it. I'd lose subscribers if I wrote about that. I wonder how big of a delay this has on it. Tell me when you hear this. How big of a delay does this have on it? Okay. So it looks like it's maybe 20 seconds, 10 seconds maybe? There's no delay? So it's only a delay when I so there's only a delay when I host it through OBS for karaoke? When karaoke, there's like a 1-minute delay or something. Yeah, I was just wondering what the delay was between when I said something and when you guys heard it. But by the sounds of it, there's none. Cool. That makes it better because I don't have to that's the picture that's a painting of, I think it's the Last Supper. Yeah, I'll go get it. 1 second. Oh, there you go. The I'll put it back after the live. I don't wanna stand up and turn my back to you like that. That would be rude. I paid, like, 50 cents for it at a garage sale. I don't really wanna do that. Yeah. And I'd actually have to get, like, fully stand up and go over there to hang it back up. I couldn't just YOLO it like I did the first time. And I can't give away my secret about not wearing pants. I only fart poop, like, in private. I always do lives pantless. That's what I tell everyone anyways. It's more exciting that way. You clear the restaurant by being pantless? Oh, that would be weird being in the bathroom because you'd be able to tell they were in the bathroom because they'd be on camera. Well, you'd have to get a noise canceling mic. That way it wouldn't pick up the sounds. Yeah, but on the one I have, you can't hear me. I'm tapping metal against metal at the moment. You can't hear it. And it wasn't that far away. Less than an arm length away. My arm's not that long. And plus if your butt cheeks are big enough to seal the toilet bowl nice and tight, you won't hear any sound. It'll just be a vibration. Yeah, the long rumble bee, like, I can't even do it. Well, I mean, you would never seal it airtight because you have a exit for the air. You get a bubble up your butt. I'm not fat enough to know any of this scientifically, though. Yeah, if you somehow duct tape your anus shut and put it into a bowl enough, yeah, you could crack a toilet in theory. I don't think you ever. I think you'd be the weak link though, and so I think it'd blow you off before it cracked the toilet. I guess you could be heavy enough that it doesn't blow you off. B-rated action movies. I think that's more a reflection on modern society than it is on the movie's humor. Oh, hey, Papa. 80s action movies. I wasn't alive for any of them. Actually, I don't know any TV that came out in the 80s. Unless something like The Mighty Ducks or Lion King came out in the 80s. 'Cause The Lion King was my favorite movie for a long time. Lion King was great. Even the live action was pretty good, which is strange because most of the live action suck. What? The only, Lion King song I know is "Can You Feel the Love Tonight," which I might know that one well enough. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of most of the live actions. Yeah, um, I don't think you'll hear this, but this will make it so I can actually do what people are asking me to do. You all won't hear it, but I will. Oh, well, now I actually have to sit up if I'm gonna sing this one. There's a calm surrender to the rush of day, when the heart of a rolling wind can be turned away. An enchanted moment, and it sees me through. It's enough for this restless warrior just to be with you. And can you feel the love tonight? It is where we are. It's enough for this wide-eyed wanderer that we got this far. And can you feel the love tonight? How it's laid to rest. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very. Ooh, we have a Derek. There's a time for everyone. If they only learn that the twisting kaleidoscope moves us all in turn. There's a rhyme and reason to the wild outdoors. Hi, Derek. When the heart of the star-crossed Voyager beats in time with yours. And can you feel the love tonight? Is it where we are? It's enough for this wide-eyed wanderer that we got this far. And can you feel the love tonight? How it's laid to rest. Half egghead? That's funny. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds. Oh, bye, Tara. I should go to bed, but for some reason I'm still here doing this. Acapella, whatever. Just as long as it's not something too hard. Are we talking about Elvis again? Died in the toilet? He's the only person I know that died in the toilet. It like 5 minutes after midnight, so it's kinda late. Me, I was talking to Tara, and then Brian asked me if I'd sing karaoke. I was too lazy to change streams. So then I did what, like 3 songs a cappella. And now I'm just kind of hanging out here because people are talking. I don't know that I know any Disturbed songs, except for The Sound of Silence. I did, Born to Be Wild yesterday, that was fun. I had a lot of fun doing Born to Be Wild. Do what? Sound of Silence? Sound of Silence? Y You have to be more specific and do it, Derek. You want me to sing something? Sound of Silence? I mean, I can try it. Oh, man. Hello, darling, my good friend. I've come to talk to you again. It is a vision softly creeping, left its seed while I was sleeping, and the vision was planted in my brain, still remains within the sound of silence. Eh, what's good for my range? Now the streets of cobblestone, in the halo of a street lamp, I turned my collar to the cold and damp, and my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light. The night, and touched the sound of silence, and the naked light I saw. Was he deeper? Was the Disturbed vocalist deeper? He might have been deeper. I'm trying to remember. Oh, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. I know he was breathier because the vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping. And the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, with the halo of a street lamp. I turned my collar to the cold and damp, and my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that lit the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking. People hearing without listening. People writing songs that voices never shared. And no one dared disturb the sound of silence. I do not know. Silence like a cancer grows. And in my words that I might teach you. Take my arms that I might reach you. With my words like silent raindrops and echoed in the wells of silence. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made. And the sign flashed out his warning in the words that it was forming. And the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls and tenement halls. And no spirit in the sound of silence. I have no idea where they raised the voice on that, but I'm sure they screamed part of that, and I did not. I don't know the song that well, and all I had to go by was Google lyrics. By the way, works wonderfully for this. 'Cause Google just has all the lyrics for this. But from my memory, it seems like the exact same song, just sang by a different guy. It's the Simon and Garfunkel one. I don't think they changed a word. Are you asking me how things are? I'm okay. I'm in pretty good spirits, actually. Yeah, I realized that when I looked at the lyrics, that the words didn't change at all, which means that when I actually sing it in karaoke, I can use the disturbed version because it has a lower instrumental. Oh, I was singing a lower key. I assume it has a lower instrument. To use the disturbed version? I think so. I'll get credit for learning a new song that way because it would be a different track. It'd be great. Seems like a win-win for me. Well, do you know what line he screams? I don't know what line he screams. That's the only issue. Otherwise, I could raise my voice. I can't raise it too loud because I have a 3-year-old singing just through this wall on the other side of this wall here that I'm touching. So he's like 4 feet away from me through a wall. Yeah, keep let's keep political out of it. Are you talking about what you're gonna be doing, Derek? Or I guess I don't understand the context for what you said anyways. Oh, Derek. Ooh, wow, 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 wow. Huh. That sounds like the Lion Ki or the Jungle in the Jungle, what is it called? Oh, no, the Lion Sleeps Tonight. If you know something a cappella, 'cause I don't wanna spend a half an hour setting up the, karaoke stream, which is why I was singing a cappella with off of Google Lyrics, 'cause I have no way to do karaoke. Had you been around an hour ago, I would've, started karaoke for or had I known that, there was multiple people who wanted karaoke started. I should know that there's people that want karaoke every night because they use it to fall asleep. So you haven't been in lately. There's no need to apologize for having a life, Derek. For me, I just, uh, I don't know. It it seems to happen more and more. I think this last week I ended up singing karaoke 6 days a week, 6 days in this week. I was only alone. I was alone for like 2 or 3 nights, for part of the 2 or 3 nights. Normally after midnight here, I end up alone. That's when we see who my real fans are. Oh boy. Seems like everyone is out getting Taco Bell. How have you been, Derek? Yeah, I don't know why. Well, I shouldn't say that. I don't engage in it because I because yeah, I just don't engage in it, so I wouldn't know. Okay. Gathering donations for a nonprofit in August. This seems worth doing. If you believe in a nonprofit, why not, right? Okay. I think it's time. I've hung out for long enough. Uh, Thank you, Brian and Derek, for hanging out a little bit. Uh, Brian, I'll probably do karaoke with Leah tomorrow, I think. I know you asked about it tonight. That seems worth doing, Derek. Lucifer. I think I'm just ending the stream here in a minute, Lucifer. I was talking to Tara, but her phone died, and I was hanging out with Derek and Brian for a while. Okay, bye everyone. If this button works, this button's not working.